And then the finals happened. I'm like, damn, I was disappointed.
He got locked up though. Shout out to what's his name? Kind of locked
By
up.
Wiggins?
Yeah, Wiggins had him.
Really?
He was irritating him a little bit. I could tell.
Right. NBA's back tonight.
Sir, my man Durant out here scrimmaging. So,
man, fuck that nigga. Say nothing.
You that salty?
Nah, I'm not mad at Durant. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all because I wouldn't want to stay.
It's a fucked up situation over there, man.
Yeah, it's bad. I do like a couple of pieces.
I don't blame him.
It was nuts. These last 3 or 4 years been fucking terrible, and people warned me, but I was, Hey, Jamie, I was still hyped.
On Ben Simmons, you're not going all in on.
Oh, yo, I want that nigga Ben Simmons off the team, dog. Like, I want him gone. I don't give a fuck who we traded for him. I want him gone. That nigga is trash, bro. He is garbage.
What happened to him,
about
bro?
Ben Simmons, man?
I remember they were talking about that kid. Like, he had so much promise too at one point, yo. Like,
yeah, they would always say he like a jump shot away from being LeBron. That nigga never got a jump shot,
bro. When he got the eyes on him, that's when he falls apart. And
he folds, man.
It's
sad because like I be watching of course the Nets games. I'm watching him play, and like he'll come down the court with a head, full head of steam, and then like he'll just stop and then pass the ball, and I'm like, yo, nobody could stop you. You're like 6'10", like 2 something, like you're muscular and everything. Like drive to the basket, and then when he does actually take a shot, it's so timid that it'd be like an air ball on a layup. I'm like, yeah, he like mentally he's all fucked up. He's like, he got the yips, I think is what they call that shit. Like he's all fucked. Yeah, like it's like you so scared, like you get so much into your head that like simple shit you can't perform. Like, cause he used to be a beast. Like that, his paint game used to be nice. Hook shots, acrobatic layups, and then of course he was nice with the passing, but all that scoring shit for him is done. It's over. Terrible.
Yeah, like I gotta look at his training regimen because like typically in ball, like everybody went through that situation where you got an air ball or you missed a big layup. But the fact that you go back in the gym and you craft and work on your craft, like you build that confidence back up. But he just can't build that confidence up. So I want to see how he trains and what he's actually doing, like offset of the game.
He ain't. I heard he playing Call of Duty. I heard.
Yeah, you make it too much brand to be like
Call of Duty, yo.
Hopefully he better than that. Bro. But we live, by the way.
Live stream. Okay. I want to say my apologies. I'm the reason that we late. I'll take the blame for what's first time this year. I actually got to take the blame. Everything else has been Kofi's fault. So,
my God,
I want to apologize. He either over there playing AOE getting scraped up or doing something.
We gotta stop that narrative, Ferran. Nobody's getting scraped up in AOE. Like we gotta cut that out. I think Gaming Addict came in the other time saying that shit too, bro. Like I don't know what platform Tony's going out speaking this nonsense, but that's not what's happening. Nobody's getting
it's
scraped
Instagram,
up,
bro. It's Instagram. He be talking crazy about your Instagram.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. What's good, y'all? Chat. We back. It's been 2 weeks. I apologize. Shit. I had to 2 weeks ago. I had to skip the pod because I went to go shake some hands, do some networking when it came to this whole.
You had dinner with Aaron Greenberg, right?
Content creator business. I went to go deal with some business in the city. You know what I mean? And shake some hands and shit. So I took the pod off, and the following week, J-Man couldn't come to the podcast, had some little bit of troubles. So we missed 2 weeks off. But we back today. We're gonna give you guys an extended show, and I got 2 of my trusted people as guests here. You know what I mean? My at this point, J-Man, I only want to talk to people that I know, bro. I don't like talking to new people, to be honest. Like I'm keeping it a buck. I really don't want to talk to no new people.
Yeah, because you can have civil conversations with motherfuckers that you know what I mean? That you poly with.
Yeah, they're like, and I always feel like the conversations are always better is when with people that you've been talking to for a long time too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not to say that I'm not opening the floor to some new people, but I just love talking to my day ones and the people who's been around me and communicating once for a long time.
And people we know that's actually in these gaming streets too.
That actually play video games too, and we know that too. That they actually do play video games. So
Yeah, I think you might want to get them a little bit more because I ain't playing shit out here. So I mean, you might. Oh, they dropping big boys in the chat.
Damn, the
Keep it going.
the guest
keep
is
it
going.
going.
I like that energy, bro. I'm gonna buy Pampers with that, man. I'm gonna buy some Pampers with that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. We're gonna shout y'all boys out with
Shout
the
out
big
to all the
$50
I
man.
owe out there. Yeah.
But real quick, let's shout out some people in the chat. You know what I mean? We see Spencer Pauly, we got Max, we got King Darian, the usuals, King Kovu, Blade X. Who else is in here? Who else is in here? Bice Gamer. You know what I mean? If you want a quick shout out, go ahead and just write something in the chat. Show us that you're here in attendance. Gabrielle Ortiz. What's good? Arcade. What's up? What's up? Just Kaz. What's good? What's good? What's good? Shout out to everyone in here. We got Raiden 68 2. Shout out to you and shout out to everyone who's pulling up to the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Like I said, today will be an extended episode. We're gonna be here a little bit longer than we typically usually be because we missed 2 weeks for you. Jaren Stamps, what's good? What's good? What's good? All right, to introduce our guests, Blaze. We got Blaze in the building. Say what up, Blaze.
Yo, what up? Glad to be back, baby.
And we got Jay Barry up in here too. We had to get Jay Barry. Talk about this PlayStation fragrance,
Yes, sir. You know the vibes, Kofi. You know the vibes. Spray that thing on real quick, man. Stop being shy. Go get that VR. You know what I mean? 3 sprays and that's it. It's all on you all day.
That's all we need. So shout out to Barry.
Well, I
shout
appreciate
out to
the invite, though, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a while, man. Things are a little bit different, Now we back in our pod game a little bit, doing this little one-on-one a little bit. You know what I mean? We're doing a shorter pod too. I feel like it's gonna be better for my lifestyle as the new baby gets here too. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing this short, but today's gonna be a long one for y'all. But Barry, no pause. Barry, Blaze, appreciate this $50 super chat. Appreciate that a lot, bro. Respect.
Bless up.
Your diapers, formula.
Respect.
Like
I'm definitely buying some diapers.
Uncop that up.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. You got Addy laughing in the background. So, good game in episode 22. We have a lot to cover. We're going to try and be as efficient as possible in covering these topics, even the ones that we missed. We're going to only talk about the big things that we missed so we can move on and talk about all the stuff that happened this week as well. But, every episode we got to start off the podcast going around the room and seeing what everybody's just playing at the moment. Now, I want to start off with our guest, Jay Barry. What you been on?
Yo, man, I'm always gaming, man. PlayStation brought tears to my eyes.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? With 2 of my favorite, PS1 classics, Legend Dragoon and Wild Arms. So, I had to foot dip in that real quick before, touching the Hogwarts Legacy. Octopath Traveler, was doing that. Part 2 was doing the demo for that. And then Wednesday hit, bruh. Wednesday hit. And we out here in this VR world, man, playing Horizon, Call of the Mountain, GT7, Kofi. Yeah, I'm not even like a race head like that.
Wait till you
bro.
see GT7. Wait.
I can imagine like somebody like you that play racing games like that. Yo, that shit is.
That shit's. I can't even lie, bro.
That
shit got me.
Bro.
It's really hard for me not to drop the. Yeah, like I've been seeing like the screenshots. I've been seeing the footage. I'm like, it can't be that amazing. That's all I've been saying to myself.
Dude,
I've been trying to talk to myself. It can't be that. Yo,
them reactions I'm seeing on Twitter, I'm like,
Barry,
I'm gonna have to get a race wheel.
Bro, I'm not telling a lie. This is how I've been trying to cope with not experiencing GT7. Addy's my witness. I turned on the Oculus, charged it up. Blaze, go look at my Steam list. Look what I fired up not too long ago. Go look right now. Just I want you to look. Go on my Steam and look what I fired up real quick.
Oh, that boy got.
So you know I'm not. So you know I'm not bullshitting, Blaze. Just take a quick look. We'll wait.
Kofi.
Take a quick look. Look what I fired up.
I am, bro. Trust me.
I'm
bro.
going over there too.
I am casual as hell. So whatever you say, whatever you hear from me, it's not coming from like a racing enthusiast, right? I'm casual when it comes to these joints. But the PSVR 2 is a game changer for it because the little subtle things like
Project Cars 2,
the haptics in the headset. So like you zipping through car, you're feeling it. You crash, it builds the immersion, man. Like it's crazy.
Bro,
wait, Barry, real quick, does the haptics work on the internet browser for the PS5?
Relax, J-Man. Relax.
Hey, my fault. I ain't mean to derail the show. Listen,
relax,
do some
bro.
research for me. Get back to me. We'll talk about that after
No,
the show.
you know what? I did a research though. I sent myself YouTube.com through the PlayStation message app, and I fired the PlayStation 5, and I was actually watching YouTube through VR. You know what you want me to test? I haven't tested.
Yo, Blaze. So, Blaze. So, what did you see? What did you see? I was playing, bro. What did you see? I was playing.
Project Cars
Cars. Holy, bro! I was trying to cope so bad of not playing GT7. I installed Project Cars 2, put on the Oculus. I'm like, you know what? This is kind of like the same experience. You know, I'm good. I don't need to go out and buy one. So I was a little trying to cope with it. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I'm gonna definitely pick up a VR headset. If PlayStation don't end up sending me one, I'll end up picking up a VR headset a little bit later down the road. But we're definitely gonna be talking about that a little bit more. But Blaze, what you been playing?
Yeah, I ran through, just the past few weeks. I ran through Dead Space, beat that on PC.
Sheesh.
Ran through Hogwarts, beat that on PC. Now I'm on Returnal. I'm already at the third biome. I'm about to beat Returnal. I've just been beating games.
You remember when they used to say Blaze don't beat no games, bro? I remember that used to be an allegation back in the day, yo.
That was a bad allegation. That was always
beat them
you know what it was?
You beat them
That was
charges.
a horrible allegation. You know what it was? Because I would double and triple dip. So dudes would go on my profile and be like, oh, he didn't beat Dying Light 2. Like, yeah, that's because I beat it on PC, idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shout out to PlayStation. You know what? I deserve to get fucked over by PlayStation because I've been running my mouth about PC for a whole year. They're like, yeah, you're getting your VR late, buddy. You've been doing too much PC, Dickie. So I get it, bro.
They're watching.
I deserve it, bro.
Oh, yours ain't come in yet?
Yeah, Blaze ain't
bro,
get his,
I know
bro.
I didn't.
I'm gonna talk to the PlayStation delegation. To Blaze.
Please, Barry, tell him I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
So be sorry, he apologize. Like Ruben Stutter, you know what I'm saying?
J-Man, what you been on?
You know I don't play no games, nigga. Next person. So, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
Of course, I played that since the last time we've been here. Forspoken, I actually put a good amount of hours into Forspoken yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Definitely trying to get through that.
Put that down. You ain't beating that. Put that down. You ain't beating that. Just
Beat
put
it.
down,
I'm gonna
bro.
beat it. I'm gonna beat it. Look,
Put that down,
I'm enjoying the gameplay, but that dialogue,
Yo,
it's a mess.
Listen, J-Man, you're a skilled gamer. You know what I mean? So you can
Don't lie to that boy. Don't lie to that boy like that.
You,
don't lie to him in his face like that,
you.
bro.
You acknowledge greatness. Listen, go ahead, Barry. Go ahead. What you was trying to say?
Yo, listen. All I gotta say, people that be saying Forspoken mid, man, they might be struggling in some games.
That's what you doing. J Barry, that's what you doing. That's what you doing. That's what we doing.
Barry, that's facts. Because when the demo came out, we was all like, "Oh yeah, the gameplay got a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, it's fire."
That's what
everybody dropped that shit. Soon as they had to learn a little something, they dropped that shit. So, Barry, you speaking facts right now?
Yo, Blaze, this is coming from the guy who barely knew how to dodge in the Callisto Protocol. Like, what we talking about here, bro?
What? You mean? I know you ain't about to bring up no damn broken ass Callisto Protocol. So that
passed 1 month ago.
Broken. That shit is broken. But
we seen the stream, J man. We seen the stream. We seen the stream, J man.
Yeah, I know. I proved it was broken.
Listen, I went hard on Forspoken, but listen, if you like it, you like it, bro. If you like it, I love it. Fuck it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It ain't perfect or nothing. Not just, you know what I mean? The gameplay is carrying heavy.
I love Forspoken. Even the story, yo. People might be mixing the story. I love that shit, yo.
All right,
my thing with J Bar is J Bar is so used to quality. My fault, He's talking about PlayStation quality. It's just I'm not saying the quality wasn't there. I'm not saying the quality.
Blaze, I actually want to ask you a question. Do you think he would feel a little bit different if it was an Xbox timed exclusive? Do you think he would feel a little bit different?
Jay Barry would have ghosted that game as a fact. 100%.
I wouldn't feel different. Yo, can I share my screen real quick?
Go ahead.
I wouldn't feel any different because look. Yeah, listen. One thing with me, I don't cap about video games, man.
Let's see this.
I don't cap about video games, man.
You gonna show High Rush?
Let's see his screen.
You beat Hi-Fi Rush?
I don't cap about video games. Hold on, let me get this window real quick.
Bro, Jay Barry, nobody's ever gonna say you don't beat games. You
see, that's why I fuck with Jay Barry always, because we all know Jay Barry plays and beats games, right?
Jay Barry's a gamer through and through.
Yeah, at least with the the fanboy shit and all of that stuff, like we know he plays video games, and that's why I always respected Jay Barry.
Me too.
I want to show the whole screen. Is it? Let me see if this works.
Let's see if it works.
What y'all see? What y'all seeing right here?
You
Nothing.
got here watch screen? I don't know how to work this shit.
Do y'all see a desktop?
Oh, okay.
Shows a
okay,
white
okay,
screen.
Okay. Hold on.
A white screen. So nah, it ain't working. It ain't working.
It ain't working. You want to describe? You want to describe what you about to show
I want
us?
High on Life, Hi-Fi Rush, downloaded, played it. You know what I mean? Like these are
Okay.
Xbox games that I'm enjoying, right? You know what I mean? That whole Forspoken thing, if it wasn't an Xbox, that don't work with me, man, because the gameplay is great. That's what it is, bro. That I got multiple gameplay showcasing it. And all
I was
that
actually
stuff,
never on
showcasing it.
no hate bandwagon for it, and no hate bandwagon or anything like that. But I also just didn't see this like amazingness that other people saw either. I always stood on the stance of like I think it's cool, but I don't know about copping it for that price. You know, I always thought it was cool, and I'm gonna wait till all the patches roll in. Like I already got sent a review code.
Kofi, you got a PS5?
No, yeah, of course. Come on, Jay Bar.
All right, so you would want to buy a game that fully supports a PS5, right? You know, the feature sets and what it does.
You know what? But I looked at I played the demo on the PS5 and I wasn't really fucking with it like that. But I played the demo on PC.
Forspoken is a PS5 game, bro.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that performance, Jay.
I don't know that performance. That performance is not something that you want to hype up, bro. I don't know, but I've been playing on PC.
The performance is bad in one section. That's the permafrost area. When you go into the deep corruption area, that it gets bad over there. But everything else has been solid with me.
Well, actually, I can't talk to you about performance. You play on what's that?
30. He prefers
movie
30
mode, 30 FPS.
Yeah, he prefer that shit.
You know more difference between 30 and 60 anyway, so I can't really talk to you about performance.
I was playing. Jack do the same thing. That's so weird.
I was playing on cap. So
honestly, I already played like 2 hours of the game on PC. I played 2 hours of the game on PC on the ultra wide, maxed out. The shit has times where it looks good, has times where it looks a little spooky. I would say with the gameplay, like it has some interesting concepts going there, and I'm sure like once you upgrade your character and you get more access to more magic abilities, it'll be pretty cool. As for the voice acting thing, like once again, you never see me kind of diss like the voice acting like that. Even because low key when I was playing it, I actually didn't think it was like the worst thing ever, to be honest. I didn't think it was the worst.
It gets worse.
It does get so it gets worse.
How far are you, J-Man? How far are you? It's not bad at all.
No, I did like all the side missions and stuff in like that first area. And when you go back into the was it like Seapal, I think it's called, and
so
like all that shit.
Did you fight Sila yet?
No, I'm on my way to fight her.
You early. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm still early. I'm still early in the game. Definitely still early in the game. Yeah. But it didn't get much better.
Yeah. You know what? Like it really didn't really bother me as much from what I've played, at least with the first 2 hours. It was whatever. Like I've played kind of cringy, corny dialogue games, anyways. So, especially if you play a lot like like other JRPGs and stuff like that. This is not like super crazy, you know, in terms of like, oh, the dialogue is really corny and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. As for the games that I've been playing, I did get Returnal a little bit early, so I kind of dropped everything to play it again. For a third time. I beat it on my my Pitch Black account on PSN. I got the platinum on my Kofi Plays PSN one on my new Jack Move account. And again, I beat it on PC. And I ran it through again in co-op with my boy Strat. Ran him through the game.
On PC?
On PC. So I already ran him through the game.
So that was the 2 of the 6 people that played that game on PC?
Shut up, bro. We're gonna get to that too, bro. Oh,
man. Oh, my bad.
Returnal's so good, bro.
That game really is so
I love that game.
I cannot express how much I actually love that game. And to this day, it's still my favorite original game on the PS5, even above God of War, simply because of replayability. Like it's so easy just to hop on and play and just having an amazing time. And the gameplay loop is just so addicting and fun. I'm actually quite sad that like they didn't give us any like kind of. I know they gave us like the Ascension Tower where you can like do that, but I would have loved to see a little bit more content in Returnal in the future and stuff like that. Hopefully, it did well enough that it warrants a sequel. If not, hey man, I'm looking forward to whatever Housemarque does next, regardless. But I love Returnal, bro, and it's excellent on PC. The definitive edition. On PC.
Yeah, I was watching your comparison video that you put out, and like that shit with the water, I ain't going front. When I pulled that up, like that shit really made me go, wow. out loud, seeing like the difference with the ray trace reflections.
Even just
and
the
all that.
clarity
I'm
of the,
like,
just the
damn.
clarity of textures, bro.
Bro,
Like the game looks
just what
looks,
a resolution bump can do to that game.
bro.
is
The
crazy.
clarity of textures just look incredible on that shit. Overall, the shadows,
So
the lighting.
what's your GPU?
I got a 4090.
There you go. That
Nah,
shit up,
but
man.
look, that's the, nah. I'm glad you brought that up though. I still don't understand how the PS4 version is internally rendering at like what 1080p or some shit.
PS5.
PS5, my bad. Yeah, like to me that still don't make sense though. Like you telling me it can't go no higher than that.
You know what? Like Jay Barr is bringing up the 4090, and I've been seeing a lot of PlayStation fans kind of like damage.
I'm on a
control
3090 and I got a max
or 49. So. Like I've seen a lot of PlayStation fans like but I've also seen some people with having conversations that they're playing with like a 2080 or a 2070, and they're not playing the game at 1080p.
That's 1080p.
So, they're not playing it at 1080p, which the PS5 is playing it at, right?
What is happening?
I don't know what it is about why the PlayStation 5. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but all I can say is the particle effects when you turn that shit up on the PC, that shit be looking bonkers, bro.
Different. It's different,
bonkers.
bro.
Maybe
listen.
I don't
There's
know
a bunch of.
Is it the particle effects?
Maybe it's CPU bound. Who knows what it is? And look, a game like Returnal, like if you notice, there's no fucking fidelity mode in Returnal, right? Because there's
not.
It cannot be played at 30 FPS. I'm pretty sure if the developers were targeting, if the developers said, "Yo, we're making a 30 FPS mode," I bet you it would look better on PS5. 100%, of course, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
But for the simple fact that this game needs to be played at 60 or nothing. That's why when I was doing my review of it, I'm like, yo, if you were planning to play this on the Steam Deck, it's a no-go. It's impossible to play on the Steam Deck. Like it's
if Housemarque would have sacrificed visual quality for performance, I would have been highly disappointed in them. I don't think any of their games have ever ran.
It needs to run
lower than 60.
At a 60 frames per second to be even playable, that style of game. So
yeah, but Kofi, how many games have we bought on PC that, like, honestly, I'll legit boot up Horizon or God of War and I'm like, yo, this looks crispy.
It's better,
it looks
but
good.
not much. But not crazy.
Returnal was the first game where I was like,
you're right. You're right. I think Returnal. You know what? I will say? I will say Returnal. I'm gonna add something else to that, even though I don't fuck with the game like that. Days Gone. I would say those are the two PC ports that they ported over that looked a lot better. That looked a lot better than the console version. But Returnal is definitely number one. You're right about that because it has features that is just not even present on the PlayStation, like the ray tracing reflections, ray tracing shadows. Overall, just the higher resolution and stuff like that.
The particles are so beautiful, bro.
Yo, it's so much higher and it's a lot. The quality is just overall so much better. So yeah, I've been playing that shit. I did
make
fire
Jay
up.
Barry have a heart attack. That boy quiet. You all right over there?
Oh no, I'm good. I mean, Returnal. I love Returnal. You know what I mean? Like that's one of those games where I would definitely double dip on PC. And plus, I'm one of the first person to beat that game in this community. I can't tell me.
That's cap. That's cap.
We gotta
pull up trophies. We gotta pull up trophies. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Profiles right
Let's
now.
not do that. Let's not do that.
Did I say this to you?
Let's not do that.
I even said, bro, Kofi, I even told you the other day.
I beat that game with the quickness. Are you crazy?
No, but I was like, I'm curious. I just want to see the rankings, like who got it done first. Because, I had 17 crashes and I still beat it out of my little group in my Discord. I still beat it before.
Those are the type of games that, those are the type of games that I actually excel at. Those are the type of games I'm like, this whole Returnal run, I have 0 deaths. I played it for hours on PC without one fucking death.
That's lit. No, that's good. I'm too sloppy sometimes. I get too impatient.
But I can Returnal ain't hard. Returnal not hard though.
It really the funny thing I watched, when you went in blind for the first time, the problem that people were having is that people have they have ADHD, right? Like they want to speed through it. They want to pick up everything. But I found out that's not how you play. That's not how you play the game.
You gotta build your suit up and build your character up.
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta actually pay attention to the risk and reward factor of the game too. Like the people that completely ignored it are not to throw no shots or anything, but shout out to the boy Kid Smooth. I remember I was watching a live stream of him playing Return. And the man just picked up anything. He didn't even read the shit. He just picked it up.
Right.
And if you go through playing the game like that, you're gonna have a hard time because you're just gonna have all these malfunctions on your suit, which is gonna make your experience or just the game even more challenging and stuff like that. So, but if you just take your time through the levels and you can dodge a little bit and you be selective, then you'll be straight. You'll be straight. But yeah.
All right. When did Returnal come out? April what? 30th?
April
30th. Now you're gonna make me check.
April 30th. Yep. My time. April 30th.
Beat it on May 2nd.
I gotta check my PlayStation.
The only
Unplugged 'cause I
person,
can't
the
get
only
to work.
person that beat it before me was Rand. 'Cause I remember when he tweeted that I beat it. Like,
you know what? You
legit,
might
like 2 hours
have
after.
got me, but J Bar, you really don't count. Cause
What?
you probably slept with the game, bro. You probably slept with the game. You know what I mean? My time in the game will probably be less, but you probably slept with the game all night, beating.
No, there needs to be a
I-
study out on Jay Barry. I don't understand how you go to work and be playing all these games like that. Like I know
Jay
you work
Barry
playing because
be-
you
nah,
buy
he got-
everything.
yo,
I'm
you
trying
work
to
at
figure
home?
out how you do that shit. This
Yeah, you
nigga
work at
buy
home, yo.
everything
That's
and
a
play
disability
everything.
check
I
or
don't get
something,
that.
bro. He collecting disability or something.
You work
bro.
at home,
He
yo,
got
J Bar. You work at home, right?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you work
hard,
at home.
you know
Them
what I
niggas
mean?
who work
Stay
at
school
home
guys.
got it easy, bro. They be on the computer and they got the game on the side,
Yo,
bro. I'm jealous, bro.
I ain't gonna fly. I be doing the same thing. I work from home today. I was on that battlefield on my lunch.
When you move up in the community, I mean, when you move up in the workforce, your responsibilities is greater.
Less, yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, that's true. You just got to work hard to play hard.
Yes, sir.
Play
Yes,
Bro,
even
sir.
Jay
harder.
Barry be running through games like yo, I be seeing him post shit like done another great game. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like I be fucking really going through it. Like how, like yo, I got 3 kids, a life and a wife and a job. Bro, and I
yeah,
still
but
be
J Bar,
beating these
but
games, like,
but J Bar, you single or you dating right now?
I got a little,
You got a little piece. You got a little
cream
piece.
pie, yeah.
You got a
flex,
little
right?
piece. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Cause that's why too. Wait till.
But no, I'm single. You know, that's currently dating and all that, right?
Yeah. That's why too, bro. Wait till the lady
it that
get
way if you
involved.
enjoy the
yo.
game, man.
Wait, she
yeah,
telling me to
one-
shut up. Addie's telling me to wait till the
100%.
lady get involved, bro. Addie's telling me to shut up from the background. Wait till the ladies get involved. Your game time hall is gonna be like, come spend some time with me. Come
Facts.
spend-
Any free time is her time. So
Oh yeah,
I
I've been through it already, so I know. For
You already
sure.
know
I
what's good. You already.
Yeah.
he gonna get him one of them gamer chicks. that way.
That's why.
That way she
No,
in her
J
room,
Man,
he in his room.
That's what I want, man. That's why I've been so, you know what I mean, been picky out here.
Been patient. Been patient. Been patient.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
you, Chief. I see
I
you.
respect it. I respect
I'm
it,
a
dog.
gamer, man. You understand?
Yes, sir. So yeah, return
I
on.
want me a
Dipping-
Twitter space wife. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god! Oh my god! Let's not do that, J Bar. So yeah, Returnal. I tried Hogwarts for a bit. Didn't get much into it. I didn't play a lot of it. I think I did it during a live stream. Only played a bit. I'm still working on Dead Space. That game's. I feel like that game's longer than I remember it. Yo, like the game kind of long. Yo, wow. I feel like I beat that game in like 8 hours. Like the first time I played it. Like.
Or could it be overstaying its welcome? Could it be a game that has a
No. But I'm enjoying it.
well?
Though. I am but I am enjoying it though.
Okay.
I am enjoying.
Just
it.
asking. Just asking.
I think
Bro,
so.
first time
J
playing
Man,
Dead
he be
Space?
playing Age of
No, I already beat
Empires
that
all
shit
fucking
before.
day, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He sits
see-
in Discord and play
see-
Age of Empires, and he not.
I
beating
can't
the
knock
game.
him though. When you get that multiplayer
right,
game,
you're
dog,
right,
that
you're
shit'll
right.
that shit'll suck you away from everything. Like it's just something like a multiplayer game that's easy to get into and that you already know all the systems. So when you just hop in, it's like
You're
like
right.
comfort food. You know what I'm saying?
You guys
So,
don't know how addicting Ages of
distracts
I
you.
play Ages of Empire every fucking day, bro. And the funny thing, the bare minimum, my match is an hour and 45 minutes. That's like minimum. Sometimes our matches go on for 2
Damn.
hours, 3 hours. So like, it's crazy, man. I love that game though. AOE 2 is so fire, bro. And we were playing that shit before it hit fucking Xbox and the console and Game Pass. Yo, we were on that shit. Yo, that shit's fire.
I still got my PC copy from back in the day.
I said I was botting.
Yeah, yeah. If you want, you can leave and come right back. There we go. And I'm probably gonna just introduce the next topic. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We were talking about Hogwarts a little bit earlier, and I just want to go out and say the boycott didn't work, guys. The boycott did not work. Blaze, you seen the news?
I didn't. What? It sold extremely well, I bet. Yeah.
It sold 12 million copies in its first 2 weeks.
Holy
12
shit.
million
What
copies
what
in
was
its
the Elden
first
Ring?
2 weeks. Okay, well, I guess we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Elden Ring sold 20 million. They just gave us a sales update and that they sold 20 million copies. So let's put that in perspective, right? Elden Ring's been out for a couple of months now, right? It released a year now?
Elden Ring hit a year.
It's a
Yeah,
year,
it
right?
had a year.
Yeah, it's a year now. So, and it's just now reaching 20 million copies sold. Hogwarts,
Which is great.
yeah, which is great. Let's not say that's bad. That's great. Hogwarts did that. Did 12 million in 2 weeks. So can you imagine by when the year is up, J-Main, how much copies
That game
it's gonna
appeals
sell,
to
bro?
way more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way
Oh,
more
yeah.
people.
J-Main, your camera ain't working now. You got me alone.
Oh, my bad. I ain't turned
yes,
that on.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
So,
my
yo.
God. All right, we go.
Yeah.
And the
what's
other
your thoughts
crazy
on it?
thing too about them Hogwarts numbers incredible. Make sure y'all check on a friend that might have been boycotting or that was against anybody purchasing this game. They not having a good fucking day today. All right, their life is in shambles. Okay, but 12 million in 2 weeks, to put it in a little bit more perspective, they didn't even release the shit on the last gen consoles yet. So we still got the PS4 and the Xbox One version
And
with
the
the
Switch.
Switch still coming, coming. I think people might fuck with this on the Switch. I don't know, a little Hogwarts on the go, some Harry Potter on the go. That might be appealing. So I could easily see this game hitting 20 million by the end of the year, easily.
The last gen consoles is a great point, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, they still out there, Blaze. We still, what I mean. I feel like next gen is just now starting in terms of it being like a normal console generation where you can go into the stores. Yeah, go in the stores, pick it up, or everybody's like, focusing.
Did y'all beat Hogwarts?
next
Everybody in here?
No, hell no. Hell no.
Nah, I didn't beat
That
it.
game
I
looked
think
too
I'm like
long,
halfway.
bro.
I'm the only one? Oh, man, you guys. Nah, listen. Bro, can I just say something about I'm not even a Harry Potter fan like that. Like
Me
in
too.
school and shit. My kid loves it. Like he really has wands and shit. But like, I gotta be honest, like in terms of like the detail they packed in that game, everything you walk by is interactable, that moves is dynamic. The only thing they're missing is like attention to detail, like jumping in a puddle of water and you don't get wet, shit like that. But it is a love letter. If you love Harry Potter, I mean, this is jam packed with shit to do, and like, bro, it's incredible, bro.
Yeah,
it's incredible, bro.
I agree.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive deep into it a little bit later. I'm just trying to clear up some of the backlog. Like I said, I don't know shit about Harry Potter or anything about.
You ever seen any of the movies?
I watched the first one, and I thought it was okay. Tried watching the second one, fell asleep immediately. I might give it another chance one day, but like Blaze said, I can imagine though if you were like a fan of the series growing up, like this is probably everything you could want in a Harry Potter video game. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it. From what I played so far, it seems cool, and I think even just doing some of the school activities. And I remember I was doing I didn't play much, like I said, but I got to the part where I was doing like a little bit of a game, like stop the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, some of this shit's cool. It's giving me the game always gave me that bully vibe that you're in the school and you get to do some like activities and shit like that, which I always think are super dope. So once I finish up Dead Space, I'm on Hogwarts and I'm gonna try and clean that up too.
You know what the problem is with Hogwarts? There's a lot of like stop and talk sections and a lot of introduction. The introduction is like 25 minutes. It felt like it. So I started talking to people and just like triangle, whole triangle, triangle. But at the end, I'm like, yo, I need to finish this shit, bro. Like, shit, man.
I did hear a criticism since you beat the game. Maybe you can talk about it a little bit. That the game kind of feels like a big ass tutorial. Is that true?
Nah. Listen. There was some bro. There's moments in this game like when you're doing when you're repairing a bridge and you see it all move in motion. There is a lot of bro. The thing is you're learning shit at classes. So you actually go to your class and you learn a new spell. It's a requirement to go to the next main quest. You have to complete that I guess call it tutorial. I guess that's what they mean by it. But nah, there was so much bro, you can just stay in the open world and just go around. You don't even got to go do it. There's so much shit to do in that game. If you really want to stay busy, you can just go around for days, bro. So, but yeah, I guess there's a few, they're teaching you because you are a student. I guess it goes hand in hand. But nah, the game, I got no complaints, man. It was jam packed with a bunch of spells, a bunch of different things and choices and shit like that. I don't know if the choices really mattered, but shit, it was cool.
Okay.
They said no DLC planned for it, so I mean it is jam packed like you said, but yeah, no DLC.
J-Main, that's it. Thank you for saying, because I wanted to say what's the name of the game they play on the broom and shit?
Quidditch. You telling me it's my first day of school and all of a sudden you canceled it?
That's a good way. Yeah, I remember playing that part of it.
Because they know people was pissed that they said that it wasn't going to be no Quidditch in the game. So as soon as the game starts and you get there, they're like, yeah, the Quidditch season is canceled. I'm like, some bullshit.
That is some bullshit.
They're smart for kind of implementing it in the story too, that why it's not there. Why it's not there and you can't do it, right?
They probably going to come out with a whole Quidditch multiplayer game.
That'd be dope.
Hey, at least you get the broom, man. You good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can fly that broom anywhere though.
Yeah. Moving on real quick. We did mention a little bit about talked a little bit about Returnal earlier, but
Yeah.
I want to kind of actually talk about what J-Man was kind of referencing about it not potentially performing well on the PC platform. And Blaze, I'm pretty sure you've been seeing what people are saying on the timeline and stuff like that. And I think me and you probably assumed that like, yo, this game looks like it would be everything a PC gamer wants. You know what I mean? Hardcore gameplay.
Same.
No crazy cutscenes like that or long
Keyboard and mouse.
Keyboard. You know what I mean? It has all the bells and whistles. It's actually a good port, even though it does have a little bit of a stutter issue.
You got a stutter here and there,
but it's not one of those that like
it's not intrusive.
It's not a Callisto Protocol day one. You feel me? The Callisto Protocol day one on PC. It's not one of those type of situations at all. Yeah, you get a stutter here and there, but the game is more than playable and it has a whole bunch of features and stuff like that. So, to our surprise, DualSense support, which works absolutely fantastic. To our surprise, the game, I think the max concurrent players was only 7K. So let's damage control a little bit. Let's damage control a little because I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it.
Say what it is, man. These PC gamers, listen, you old school PC gamers are fucking cheap as fuck, bro. Say what it is, bro. Y'all over here with your fucking still playing on 720p monitors, like y'all upgrade your shit, bro.
Damn.
You know what it is? I'm gonna blame Sony for part of the reason. Facts. I'm gonna blame Sony for part of the reason as well.
What they do?
Sony made $2 mistakes. The price
$70.
could be $10 cheaper. That's number one. If you wanted to go crazy. Number two.
How much is it on PC?
And number two, you have to actually let people know the game's coming out. You feel me? You have to actually
$50 on PC.
Yeah.
They didn't do a lot of promotion. You're right.
They gotta let people know the game's coming out. You'd be surprised how many people found out the day of that Returnal just dropping on PC. The day of on the timeline. This shit is out today. What the fuck? They had little to no promotion. Even it took like the whole day that the game came out. So the PlayStation didn't even tweet it out. They tweeted it out like the next day. That Returnal. Like, are they trying to like hide that the game's available on PC? Like, if y'all going all in on this PC shit, you might as well promote it and go all in with it, you know? Like, go ahead first, and if you're doing it, you know, don't kind of like put it to the side. J-Bar, why you say nah? Let's hear it. Why you say nah?
Put that shit to the side. We ain't trying to see all that. Listen. At the end of the day, Kofi, you got to take responsibility for the platform that you like.
Why do I gotta know? I'm not taking responsibility for. I don't get paid.
Because you're trying to damage control it. You're trying to damage control it. You know that PC gamers don't buy games. Majority of the people that's showing up their clicks and all that stuff.
That's not true.
It is true because every time when a console game come out, you guys want to bring up install base and
who's you guys? Don't group me with you. Who's you guys?
I'm grouping everybody because these are the conversations that I see. You know what I mean? God of War will come out and say 11 million. It's like, oh, but it's 100 and whatever. All right, PC.
I've never said them sales are. I've never said one of them sales numbers are bad. Never once.
The thing is, people will show that they're playing Returnal, but did they buy it? These motherfuckers will pirate. That's what it is, bro.
See, I think that's like the console fanboy narrative too. That no one bought the Returnal, everyone just pirated. I don't even think that's the case because we know PC gamers do buy games. There's plenty of examples and there's plenty of companies that came out written articles about like, oh, look how much PC games we sold, or look at our PC sales.
Can I, Kofi?
And let me finish real quick, Blaze.
Yeah.
Hogwarts. We could just perfect example. We could just look at Hogwarts, look at the game sales, look at the concurrent players. A shit ton. We could go and look at Elden Ring for a perfect example. Look at the sales numbers on that, and look how many concurrent players and how much people who played that broke all sorts of records. Look at games like Cyberpunk. So yes, PC gamers do go out and buy video games. So I think that's just a dumb point saying PC gamers don't buy games. I think ultimately Returnal, we're not gonna talk about Returnal either like it did something spectacular on the console either, right? When it was called a mega hit and it only sold 500,000 copies at how many months was that, J-Man? Can we get the facts? Can we get the facts?
How many what?
Let's get the facts. Remember when PlayStation came out and said that it only sold 500,000 copies? I believe it was 560K on PS5. So let's not like pretend like this was like a mega hit on the console as well in the sense.
If you compare it to the PC's a mega hit.
What's the PC sales? What's the PC sales, Jay
I
Bar?
don't know.
We don't know, so we can't say that.
You had way more than 7,000 people playing it on PlayStation when
Where's
That's
it up?
concurrent though. That's just
concurrent. That doesn't mean that how much people bought the game. Like people have to learn how to recognize.
That means who's playing the game at
That's
the
just
moment.
playing who's
That's
playing
what
the
that
game at the moment. Doesn't mean that how many people bought the
But
game.
the thing
So we
is,
don't know
at
that
the end
yet.
of the day, Returnal was Housemarque's most successful game when they announced those sale numbers. So you can't say it's not a
It's successful. It's big to Housemarque because they've always made like top down rogue, you know. But
yeah, I get that. Look, you can't. It's hard. You can't even get me to say a bad thing about Returnal because I like it that much. But like, all I'm saying is that the PS5 version also didn't do obviously no God of War numbers. It didn't do no Horizon type numbers. It didn't perform like that. So I guess the question I'm trying to pose is it just something about like these type of franchises or these type of genres in general is just not connecting with people or something like that? Why people are not checking it out more so?
I wouldn't say it's the genre because I think PC gamers love roguelikes. I think it does have a little.
I think marketing
has something to do
marketing,
with the marketing. I think it does,
bro. Because they barely talked about it.
Bro, they don't want to spend the $70, bro. That's really.
I think the price.
I'm telling you, bro.
The price was.
The
price was high. It was high.
I think
because I even said the same. I said the same thing about
all PlayStation games.
I said the same thing about Returnal when it first came out on PS5.
Yeah, but it's new to PC.
It's a new to PC, and it costs $20 cheaper.
I don't really subscribe to that, to be honest. I feel like if a game has been available for quite some time and is appearing on a new platform for the first time, I don't believe that warrants it from getting the full price. Well, it didn't get a full price, but I think the price should reflect, and that's why the price was a little bit lower. But I feel like what PlayStation has been doing lately with their PC releases is that they haven't been nailing the price point with some of these older games. Some of these games be 4 years old, 2 years old, and I feel like they're sometimes maybe $10 or $20 a little bit too expensive by the time it hits the PC, in my personal opinion. Like, I think Returnal, for what it launched at, look, honestly, it wasn't the worst. I'm glad it wasn't a full retail. At least they discounted it, but I still think it could have been like at least $10 cheaper. And with
all the things that Returnal offer, you think that it shouldn't be priced at $50?
I think this is. No, I think this is just
you get the best version of the game.
I think
you get
it but hear me out. This is kind of standard. This is what a PC gamer kind of expects. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what kind of PC gamers will like when we fire up a game. We want to see the ultra wide support. You know what I'm saying? We want to see DLS support in there. Like, so you doing
that's
that?
Automatic.
That's automatic. You gotta have it. So it's just a standard for if you're making a PC release. You gotta have the FOV slides. You gotta have all of these different graphical settings. At this point, why release the game on PC if you're not gonna include all of those features? You get what I'm saying, Barry? Like, it's a thing that's like PC gamers, like, or someone who primarily plays on PC. That's what I expect. You know what I'm saying?
All right, my thing is J Barry. What kind of graphics card you got, bro?
I have a 3080 Ti currently.
3080 Ti. So J Barry, okay, the equivalent of what J Barry's doing, chat. His PS5 right now is his bitch right now. He's piping that every day with a condom on. He don't realize he can be having sex without a condom on PC. Like, that's the difference. Like, that's what I'm trying to... Listen, I understand y'all love trophies, bro. I'm a... J Barry, I got You know how many PS4 Pros and PS1s and Vitas I got boxed up new? Like, I'm a big PlayStation fan. I love it, but ain't no way I'm playing a multi-plat on my PlayStation. Ain't no fucking way, bro. I don't care.
There's very few games I double dip that I'll buy on PlayStation as well.
Jay Barry, bro, there's gonna be a point. Jay Barry, I promise you, it'll happen. Jay Barry, listen, I was the same way, bro. You see me, I was losing my mind last year. I was cutting PS4s in half. I was losing my mind. I'm telling you,
I don't think so.
It's gonna hit.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Hit for him, particularly if Jay Barry and them boys over there.
If they bring trophy support, if they bring a launcher, a PlayStation,
I don't believe
if he can earn trophies on PC,
I don't believe it.
I'm not saying
dudes like Jack and Jay Barry, they're not leaving the platform no matter what. No matter what.
Absolutely not.
They're not leaving the platform no matter what. Come on, like, you guys have to see that. You guys have to see that, bro.
Yo, bro.
No matter
what. I feel like Jay Barry is like one toe. He's in. He's like 1 foot in.
No, I mean,
because who's building a PC with a 3080 Ti if you ain't?
Yeah, he spent a lot of money, bro. That's
a lot of fucking money.
Videos on the old PC he was doing, bro.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you have disposable income. You just buy shit. Come on, bro. We all been there, bro. We have disposable income. You buy shit and you have it. Just have it.
I guess you're right.
Okay, let's just keep it honest. Like, if we're asking Jay Barry right now, like, how frequently do you really be gaming on PC? I bet you not much.
Nah, it's
the way you on your PlayStation, the way you be on your PlayStation, I guarantee you is not much. Like if you go on your Steam right now and be like, yo, how many hours you clocked in now? It tells you for the past 2 weeks. I bet you ain't gonna be a lot.
Oh, it's not.
Wait.
It's not gonna be a lot.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Wait, Barry, why do you play your third-party games on PlayStation instead of PC?
What do you think? Bro?
I
No,
think-
I never heard them.
Trophies.
I
bro.
like the PlayStation ecosystem. I don't think the games are that dramatically better. I have these games on PC too. I do the comparisons just like you guys. I double dip as well. I'm not going to play like that on PC. That's just what
Once
it
again,
is.
well, like I said, him and Jack Boom are one of these
Yeah,
people.
that's
That
that
doesn't matter
fanboy shit.
what. Yeah, that is bullshit. Look, the multipliers are definitely better on PC. Like if you have a
Not even
3080,
close.
No,
and
I'm not questioning that. I'm not questioning that. I'm just saying like I'm already.
it's not. Yeah,
I'm
he's already
deep in the ecosystem.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
why,
trophies is basically what's holding you back.
Trophies.
That's why I be trying
my
to tell
money
you,
being
yo.
spent there.
There's nothing
money.
there's nothing that PlayStation could do that's gonna get these guys off the PlayStation platform. I'm just trying to tell you what it is. It's just nothing that they could possibly do. Whether the games go to PC day one, whether the games go later. I remember when this shit was just happening, people were saying, "Oh, I'm gonna jump ship to PC once Horizon touches." Jack says he's gonna quit gaming. That nigga's still gaming to this day, bro, on his PlayStation, bro. So at the end of the day, like, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what? If you prefer gaming there, you play your games where you want to fucking play them. Like no one like really care like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Jay Barry can't be saved, yo. He's already too deep in the PlayStation trenches, bro.
He don't want to be saved.
He's done.
I'm already
You don't
saved on
wanna be
PlayStation.
saved.
I'm good. I ain't
You don't
complaining.
wanna be
Yo,
Y'all
you don't see
complaining
this
more about
man?
me for-
Yo, a man wake up, tweet PlayStation. Man, sleep.
Bro,
By the time you
Easy,
sleep,
yo,
tweeting
easy,
PlayStation,
that
bro.
dynamic resolution got his back, bro. That dynamic
He's
But
a
at
super
the same-
fan. They
at
already
the
got
same
him,
time,
bro.
Blaze, at the same time, I see the tweets from y'all too. This ain't working. Why is this not working? How do you fix
Come
it?
on, cut it.
I'm
See-
Gucci, baby.
Hey, at least people like me is keeping
on
it real.
it.
At least they keeping it real. When something's not working, I address it. I say, yo, this shit's
Bro,
broken. It's
facts.
not
Yo, Jay
working.
Barry, that's
I
one
address
thing-
it. We keep it
We'll always
100.
be fair, bro. Yeah,
We keep it
we'll
100. We
always
keep
be
it fair. If something's not working, whenever I come out and say, yo, this shit's broken or this shit don't work, I don't be like,
I do the
but
same thing on PlayStation,
but
it's less.
it's less. Oh man, y'all kill me, yo. So
That,
return,
like,
man.
yo, that Forspoken thing, real quick. I know I'm just random because I'm just thinking
Mm-hmm.
about it. Because I was going at J Barry and J Dub, so I was like teasing J Dub about Forspoken, like laughing, like 79. Oh, he's like, oh, it's number 2 in Japan. I'm like, oh, we claiming other countries now, J Dub. That's what we doing. So anyway, I had posted a Ghost Recon clip, Breakpoint. That shit got horrible Metacritic score, but I wasn't thinking anything, bro. I wake up the next morning to like 15 texts. Like smiling, oh, this is what you playing, Blaze. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, so I think there's a dynamic where people like, bro, like, my thing is I want to play the game wherever it plays best. That's all. That's it. Like, I love
Yeah,
my PlayStation 5,
I'm like
bro.
that too. I'm like that too.
Wherever it
I
plays best, that's where I want to play.
I'm like that
That's it.
too. I'm like that too. Like once again, there's instances where if I like a game that much, I will buy it on a console, maybe just to get achievements or to replay it again. Like there's definitely cases like that for me, but typically I'm just like you, Blaze, in the sense where the reason why I'm playing it on PC because I spend a lot of money on my configuration. I spend a lot of money on the monitor just to get the most premium experience. And yeah, that's what the PC platform offers me. So that's why I prefer it over everything, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I typically feel.
I know PlayStation
PC.
look at PC gamers like, oh, you got your nose up in the sky. Y'all look down at everybody else. Like, and that, there are PC gamers that be like that, but don't get it twisted, bro. If you cut my wrist right now, I'll be bleeding circles and triangles, bro. You can't like. There's times, yo, Kofi. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's times where I'm like, yo, I'm like, am I losing myself, bro? Like, I be looking at my PS5, you know what I mean? And it look back at me, and I'm like, bro, I feel weird sometimes. I really feel dirty sometimes when I do this shit. Like, but I just can't help it, bro. I love tech. Like, if you love tech, Jay Barry, and I know Jay Barry love tech, bro. You can't help to want to see graphic fidelity pushed to the absolute limit, bro. You want to see that shit. You know what I mean? Y'all say like, oh, y'all spend $2,000 on a GPU, but y'all spend $3,000 on the OLED. What's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, we all love tech.
But no, you just pay for the thing with the PC, like, the whole conversation is just like what you pay for what you get, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You want to go super enthusiast, you can go. If you don't want to go super enthusiast, then you're not just gonna get the best. It is what it is. It's just as plain as simple as that, yo. If you want to go super enthusiast, spend the bread. If you don't have to. If you want to just play on consoles, just play on the consoles, and you can get us. Honestly, like, in the end of the day, the consoles gives you the easiest, and I think still the easiest entry barrier. I don't care what any PC gamer says. If you just want to buy something and plug it in and play, go for a console because that's just the easiest. If you want to tinker a little bit and you don't mind, go for a PC. That's how I always would recommend to somebody.
But at least he bought one. Shout out to him, bro. At least he bought one, and he can.
He 1 foot in. He 1 foot in, man.
He bought it so he could tweet.
He just like PlayStation with it.
He bought it so he could tweet online that he got the PC, just a clown, just so he could play the Xbox.
Nah, yo, the only reason why I got a new PC is because like I legit was cleaning and I dropped my gaming laptop. I was like, all right, you know what? I can't do no streams of this shit. So I was like,
and then Persona going, right? Persona going right after.
Yeah, Persona
going.
Nah, Persona got his way before him.
Yeah, but he upgraded, right? Didn't he like get a better? Or am I tripping?
Nah, he got the same GPU I had, probably like a year or a couple of months way before me.
Oh, okay. So it was you that came after him. All right, got you.
Yeah, I came. Absolutely.
All right, I want to quickly go over this Nintendo Direct. We're not gonna spend long on it because honestly, there wasn't much announcements worth talking about. There was a couple of 1-2 games I did catch my eye, but I want to just talk about the major things. Pikmin 4 is coming out. I don't know if any of y'all play Pikmin.
Yeah,
they did. I'm not interested. I'm sorry to tell you guys. It's just the honest truth. I'm not interested.
This should come out on my birthday too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
I think
this is the rehash shit, right? They always talk about, you know what the worst crime in the whole community is? Like they be saying Xbox be rehashing games. But you like Nintendo listen, and as an Italian, I take offense to poor Mario. He's been a hole out there for Nintendo for years, bro. You know what I mean? Like they rehash games like crazy, Nintendo. You can't admit, like, go down their biggest franchise, they got multiple versions of everything, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit work for them.
Yeah, it works for them. And I feel like what the thing with like Nintendo doing this, since these characters have been around for like over 30 years or whatever and shit, right? It's been around for forever now, right? Like some of these characters are just become like so mainstream and iconic. Like it would be just weird not seeing a Mario game on a Nintendo platform at this point. You know what I mean? So I think it's their job to, when they create one of these type of games, is to kind of try and reinvent themselves each time with each iteration. Like I guess that's their goal as they create these, like reusing the same IP. Is like, okay, we're reusing Mario, but first we started in a 2D plane. Now we're bringing them to a 3D plane, and they're doing the whole galaxy shit. So I guess their job is just to be more creative and reinvent the franchise and make it better. I'm not really like that. Really, typically doesn't bother me. Like I think I just care about that at this point. I just care about like the IPs that I care about. Like I care about Zelda. I still care about 3D Marios. I care about the Mario Karts. As long as they just keep on, introducing actually cool new ideas to the table.
Metroid.
And keeping that, Metroid, the quality, then you're going to catch me there. Some other announcements that were worth mentioning is that, was there anything else worth mentioning? Game Boy. Games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online. Game Boy, Game Boy
Advance. That was a fucking nostalgia trip right there, dog. I ain't going front. I was losing my shit seeing some of them Game Boy games on there.
Honestly, it was cool to see. But to someone like me, it's hard for me to be like, oh my God.
To justify paying for some shit like that.
Because I ain't gonna hold you, J-Man. I could get that shit for free and play it on my Steam Deck right now. Now.
At a better resolution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't get excited for something that I can literally do right now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me. If I want to play Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Fire Red, I literally could just... It would take me 2 seconds just to get the ROM and just play it on my Steam Deck. Like, literally. It's nothing.
Yeah, like, I watched the video and I'm like...
Right?
Say that again?
I'm on Kofi's family plan still, I think.
I think so, I think that's it. And soon, so yeah, I think I'm not re-up
re-up that shit. Come on, bro. My kids love you, bro. Please.
Yeah, me and Nova.
Yeah, like when I seen that Nintendo video, I'm like, I could go. Like I had the nostalgia trip, and I'm like, I can go download these shit to my PC right now.
Like,
I really want to play.
That's what I'm saying. If you really want to play, you can experience these games. You don't really need to wait for Nintendo for that. So it's kind of hard for me to get excited for announcements like that. But cool for those people who want to support it, I guess.
A lot of people is not like gonna be like you that know the ROMs and download it and all that stuff.
Yo, people have to start pretending that shit is rocket science. It's 2020.
Yeah, it's not.
That's just
J-Barry,
not rocket
like
science.
you can find
it. It's literally as simple as going to a website right now. I'm gonna tell you how to play Game Boy Advance games. Literally right now. You go on a website, just type in Virtual Boy in Google, click download.
Oh yeah.
Go to Cool ROM, pick up the ROM that you want, and you just literally
That's
load it
already
up
too
and
much for
play.
some people, though.
It's like,
That's
yo,
already too much for some people. So
That's I'm just saying. But okay,
lost
I
them.
definitely I definitely understand that if someone doesn't want to go through that kind of trouble. But like, let's not pretend like this is like the hardest thing in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not hard, but
it's the
some
same
people
thing
like-
we say about PC. Like we could say building the PC ain't tough, or we could say getting the PC game ain't tough.
Oh, look who's here! They said I kicked them off the pod. They said I resetted the pod because I had beef.
Hollywood Alex,
They
baby.
said I resetted the pod because we had beef.
Hold up.
Look who's in here, bruh.
I really do believe that you reset the podcast because I'm too big for you.
They really believe
You're
that.
not wearing a mask, my guy. Where's your
That's
mask?
really what you did. You didn't want me to like leave on my own, so you were just like, oh, I'll just reset the podcast and just have J-Man on there.
That's what you think, Alex? Oh man, that's what you think of me? Oh, Lee,
Reset.
That's crazy.
Look at what we do.
Alex.
Look out for the
Yeah,
brother.
the only reason I got pulled in is because I felt somebody was talking about pirating Nintendo games, and my body knew what was going on.
You got
That is
energy.
funny
You got
you came in
energy,
on
huh? You got energy for that. You got energy. What's up, Alex, bro? How you
This
doing?
man
bro?
on his deathbed right now, but he heard that Nintendo piracy. His ass got right up on the pod.
Yeah, I got COVID. Shit sucks.
Oh shit.
Damn, man.
Are you-
Get better,
really?
bro.
Yeah. I lost right now. I'm drinking a LaCroix and I have no taste.
Are you gonna be live
Damn.
Saturday?
If I feel okay, yeah.
Damn,
If
Alex.
you
What I
feel
tell you?
like-
Stay away from
I'm
them
not-
buttholes,
like,
bro. I told you.
Content
bro.
over everything, huh?
Stay away from the
you be
buttholes, bro. You
drinking
got
some Ray and
step throat. You got COVID. Like you be wilding too much in the streets,
You
bro.
don't
have
get
to
COVID
relax.
from eating butthole, bro.
Yeah, pink eye.
Depends on
baby.
what butthole you
Yeah,
eat.
God, for that.
Yeah, you might get monkeypox, nigga. Hold up, let me chill. Let me chill.
I got
Let me
monkeypox.
chill. Let me chill.
Ain't Alex in Florida? Ain't you in
Hold
Florida, Alex?
Yeah.
Why do
They
you
be
want to know?
wilding over there. They don't care. They cough. They be whatever. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
about
they never
COVID
cared
over
since
there,
the start of the pandemic, yo.
Florida
They
was
ain't-
wild, bro.
They
I
didn't
went
give
to
a shit.
Florida
So I was
during the
surprised it
pandemic,
took
they
them
did
this
not
long to
care,
get it.
bro. Yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah,
didn't
it took
care.
me 3 years.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Alex,
Yeah.
do you see my PC configuration, brother?
Yo, fucking don't.
Blaze,
saw
I saw
five
that. I
stacks
saw
and
that.
had a heart
yo,
attack.
I saw that tweet too. Like, yo, if
Yo,
you're
I
going, look,
literally,
I'm not gonna convince you, but yo,
What are
why
you
don't you just
doing?
wait for the 4090 Ti at this point? Then you might as well.
Yeah,
bro.
Nah.
and like,
Listen,
look,
you
you're
know-
getting a 70
Ti.
look, no, hold on. You're getting a 7900X without the 3D. So like, you're not getting the L3 cache on the new AMD chipsets that are coming out. So literally, you should just wait. Because
Yeah, if you have the
you're gonna
money
get
to
a
spend, you just
7900X,
might wait, bro.
you might as well get a 7950X 3D if you're gonna get that. Like, you might as well just wait. Like, wait a couple months. It's not gonna go
But,
anywhere.
Okay, but Alex, I see my issue is like I want like the leanly case, you know, with the with that card
But just
itself.
buy the
Is the
case.
strict.
And
Okay, but when I said, all right, let me buy the graphics card, that ROG card is like $2,000, all right, whatever, I don't care, right? Then the leanly case, then I need a new power supply, and it's just at that point it was like already like $3,000. So what the hell's the difference?
yo, and
Why would
Blaze,
why would
see,
you
this is
spend
your fault.
four-
Yo, Alex, take this in. This is his fault for not wanting to build his computer his damn self. Like, yo, why don't you
Yep.
just strip out a
Yep.
couple of parts that you want to upgrade and save yourself a shit ton of money? Just go upgrade your graphics
you could
card
just-
and change
I
your
need a
power
new
supply,
case.
bro.
I need a
Wait,
new
wait,
Pre-built
hold
life.
on.
Pre-built life.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my
facts.
God,
Okay,
bro.
hold on. What is the wattage on your power supply?
It's like 850.
You're fine. You don't need a new one.
Bro, there's no
Yeah.
way. Listen, okay, but I still need a
You
new
don't
case.
need a new one.
You might need
It
a new
will not
case.
fit
You
my
might
little
need a new
MTX
case.
It won't. It won't. I already
might need
For
a
the
new case,
4090, you'll need
yeah.
a new case. Yes.
Yeah,
So you need
because
a
I had to
case.
switch mine too.
Oh, you got
So
a
you
you got a
just take-
4090 Blaze?
Or he's trying to get
I'm
one.
in the
Must have
process of
spent
getting it.
$2,000
I got a
on one.
3090 right now.
That shit huge. That card huge as hell. I
Yeah, it
can't
is
fit in my
big.
case. I know that.
That card is 90% cooler, bro.
Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely,
Bro,
yo, bro. I had to switch out
and
my
when,
case for that, bro.
and when you fucking plug it in, you make sure the goddamn 12-pin connector goes in all the way to hear a click.
Mhm,
If you
mhm.
don't, that shit will literally melt.
I called you when I got my pre-built because I'm like I was taking something apart and like something wasn't working, so I always call Alex. But my thing is like that 4090, Alex, I ignored it because Kofi's like, oh, the performance is better. But bro, once I clicked the video and really seen how much a 3090 to a 4090
That's how it got
jump
me.
is,
That's how it got me too,
I'm like,
bro.
what
That's,
the
I was,
fuck?
you remember I was gonna be like, yo, I was gonna wait. But as soon as I saw like a comparison video, then I got tight, bro. I got too tight. I'm
Yo,
like, there's no
That shit
way.
be getting you.
I'm like,
That-
there's
them
no
comparisons videos be
honestly,
whooping your
no,
ass.
but honestly, if it was a small increase, but the reality of the fact it's not a small increase between the
Are
3090,
you playing at
3090
4K,
thing.
like native?
I play at
I play at both. I play at
I
both.
play at
honestly.
3840 by 1600.
I'm on an ultra wide,
Oh,
Alex.
super ultra wide. What the fuck is that?
So
Ultra wide?
Kofi's on a super ultra wide, but he's just
Got
slightly
that
above
LG
1440. What is 38?
It's a little it's above 1440p. It's above slightly.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
right
on an
before
ultra wide
4K,
too.
but yeah.
It's not quite
What
4K, but it's
resolution?
above.
What's
34.
what's the monitor? What's it? The LG
It's
Odyssey?
an Alienware OLED, QD
OLED.
OLED, top of the
I
line,
have a
baby.
38 inch
Is it 4K
the one step
or is
behind
it
me.
1440p?
Oh, it's 1440. I got a 4K
So you-
monitor above it.
If you okay, so you have a 4K monitor above it, you fucking psychopath. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
because honestly, look, Alex, how I see you when it comes to upgrading PC parts, you buy for what your goal, like you buy for what your goals are. You know what I'm saying?
You buy for what your resolution is.
Where you want to play. So if you want to
Yeah.
play at 4K, yeah, you're gonna need beefier hardware. Like you're gonna need. That's just the reality of the fact.
So
if you want to get good frame rates,
I went on eBay and I was looking for a 6950 XT because I went full AMD this time.
yeah,
Ew.
And
Really?
I found I found a 7900 XT for
It's the same as
$599 on eBay.
how much do
swear
they
to
typically
God.
go for? I don't even know. I don't know nothing about AMD, bro. Like their
900.
hardware.
Isn't that a
They go for
3090? Isn't that like a 3090 or better a little
Yeah,
bit?
it's like a 4070 Ti. It's like same.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Those things go for 900. I swear
Got it
to
for
God, I think mine
500. Jesus Christ,
was-
that's
I got
a
it
good
for
deal.
$599. I think mine was stolen. Straight up, I think it was straight
Oh,
up stolen.
shit.
That's dope.
Hey,
Hey,
listed
that's
it for
dope. Hey, you got
$5.99?
you got a
Listed
good
it for
deal, bro.
$599, and it
Hey,
was
let's-
buy now.
Damn.
Wow, you
Was-
never get to buy now, Joe.
I
Stupid
really
bid.
think that shit was stolen.
Mm.
Fuck it.
Well,
It's
they
in your
ju- they
rig
just
right now?
fucking-
Probably was. I
How,
wouldn't be
how
surprised.
fast
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
shipping? That's how you really know how fast.
It was like
shipping
2 days.
Oh yeah, it might.
Yo, so Alex, you're still gaming at 1440p, right? You haven't up there.
1440p, 144.
So you
yeah.
must be killing it at that resolution. Then you must be destroying every
Every
single
game
game.
I
Oh,
play.
Oh, Kofi, don't get it twisted. On my ultra wide OLED, bro, I am killing games. Like
Yeah,
I can max out return, no
me
problem.
too. Me too. I think the problem,
problem
is when I started turning on features like ray tracing, and we could get into the
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's
we
gonna-
could get into the conversation whether if it's a meme or
I still
if it's
turn on ray
necessary
tracing.
or whatever. But once you started, with the 3090 that I had, once I started like implementing like ray tracing features, and like then you really start like, okay, this is struggling.
You feel like
right?
nothing, yeah.
Like then okay, now this card I see it struggling. Then when you go and look at like one of these Linus Tech Tips videos and you look at some benchmarks between the 4090 and then you're like, what? This is the ray tracing performance? Then you're like, oh
Yeah.
man, that's why I need.
So
Okay,
Alex,
but are they-
Alex, my real quick, Alex,
Yeah.
the AMD, I always glance at AMD's cards because like especially the card you were looking at, I looked at, but then I'm like, yo, if I go AMD, it's not even the hardware, it's the software part of NVIDIA that I'm not willing to lose.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna miss that.
broadcast, all that,
Listen,
like the
I'll tell you this right
DLSS,
now.
I'm not trying to lose it.
Okay.
FSR is not as good as DLSS, Alex. It's just not up to par yet.
Okay, FSR 2.1 is very comparable to DLSS. However, the issue is that a lot of other games don't implement FSR correctly, or they don't implement FSR 2.1. The thing with me though is NVIDIA broadcast, I don't even fucking care about because I use a green screen. You never even fucking use it either because you have your fucking background in your room.
No, I use it for
Don't
the
even give me
mic.
that lie.
Background noise. I use it for the mic,
Oh,
bro.
the
You don't
mic,
even need
the
it for the
stuff
mic,
is
bro.
nice.
Just fucking get voice speaker for
Blaze,
that.
Voice speaker.
let's tell Alex just the truth of the matter. We just want the best. We just want the
Right.
best. And
Right.
AMD
That's the
right now when it
truth.
comes to GPUs, they can't provide the best. That's just a fact. You get a good
No, but
you get a good
if
price
you're
for your
looking for
buck.
raster-
You
Especially
got
now with ray tracing.
yeah, you get a good price for your buck
Do you
with
want ray
AMD,
tracing?
but you won't get the best.
Do you want
That's
ray
the truth.
tracing? Is the question.
Of
I
course
want
he
it all.
does. Of course he does. It's Blaze we talking
If you
about,
want
bro.
ray tracing, then yeah, go NVIDIA. But honestly, I don't give a fuck about ray tracing. I just care about rasterization. And
Now, why are we
frame rate.
saying? No, why are we saying? I seen your thing, and I.
A lot of
almost
people are on
tweeted back
that.
at
A
you.
lot of people are on that.
Why
I
are
hate
we
ray tracing.
Why are we
shit.
saying ray tracing is a gimmick? It's not. This
It's
this
not.
ain't
It's
3D,
just-
bro.
gimmick.
It's not.
It's not a
It's
gimmick. It's
expensive, but
it's
when that shit is
expensive.
done right, that
Exactly.
shit beautiful.
People need to say
That
it
shit
correctly.
beautiful.
It's not a gimmick. It's nothing's wrong with ray tracing. It's not a waste. It's just that it's a very taxing. It's resourcey. It's
Resource
very taxes
heavy.
on. Yeah, it's resource heavy.
The
Exactly.
problem is
It's
the
super resource heavy.
the visual gain that you get
And the performance loss.
Yeah.
Some people, it's not worth it.
compared to the loss of performance doesn't make any fucking sense.
I get
There's
it.
only
I
one
get it.
kind of ray tracing that I like, and that's ray traced ambient occlusion,
I love
where all the
reflections, bro.
shadows are correct.
I love
Yeah,
reflections.
and-
I used to be just
Shadows
like
could-
you, Kofi.
Correct
No, I
shadows
used to be
could
like
change a
Kofi.
picture a lot.
Right. Yeah, I used to be like Kofi. I only wanted
Lighting, too.
reflections, but when you play The Witcher, with ray tracing.
I need to
on,
try.
you're like,
I need to try
wow.
that new update for
Bro,
The Witcher. By
especially
the way, I need to try it.
inside buildings where you
Buildings,
know
yeah.
fucking most.
Yeah. I'll be watching like, how the
is the
fuck they
shadows.
fuck that up?
Yeah, it's ray trace shadows and ray trace ambient occlusion. Those are the two things that I think are worth it. But the thing is, those two things don't take as much horsepower as reflections.
Yeah,
Right.
but Alex, take this in. If we get to the point where ray tracing is like, you know, our GPUs are kind of handling, do you think that anybody's going to be saying like, "Oh, ray tracing is a gimmick," or it's not? You know, like people are going to be praising this shit. The problem is just like you said, right? Like just the performance hit is just too much. It's just the performance hits too much sometimes.
I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's going to be something that we're going to use in the future. I think right now to try and chase that dragon is a meme. Like trying to throw money at the problem is not worth it to me for the performance loss. Like $1,600 on a GPU to play Cyberpunk at 60 FPS. Like, what the fuck on? What the fuck?
See, now it all makes sense, Kofi. Alex got an AMD card, and all of a sudden, fuck ray tracing. Now I get it. That makes sense. All right.
I always
That
said
makes
fuck
sense.
ray
No,
tracing.
we're not doing that.
Yo, Blades,
Always.
yo, Blades, give it some time. He's gonna be like, ray tracing is fire soon. You know, once this shit gets a little bit better, he's gonna be like, it's fire soon.
When I can
You
turn
said
on
what's her
ray
name?
tracing-
What's her name? Linda Sue. Linda Sue bought you out, Alex. What happened? What's her name?
Yeah, Lisa Sue. When I can
Lisa
turn on
Sue.
ray tracing and I don't lose half my frame rate, then I'll be like, okay, it's worth it.
This is worth it, right? Yeah, you already
You remember
know,
physics?
But,
You
like,
guys remember the
that was-
physics shit?
Yo, that was fucking trash too, bro. And Nvidia Hairworks, remember that fucking
Oh,
garbage?
Ooh, Hairworks, baby.
I love all of that
love
shit.
physics.
I
Yo,
love
go-
all of that
no, no,
shit.
no,
Physics
bro.
and Hairworks,
I
dog.
love all
Kofi,
of
go
that
play, bro. Go play Borderlands 2 and turn on physics to the bro. That
Bro,
shit.
don't tell me, bro.
particles,
Some
Yo,
Arkham
bro.
games too.
Holy shit.
Arkham
Yo,
games
don't
with
tell
physics.
me, bro. I
That
remember
shit is the
playing
game changer.
the very first PC game I played. Well, once I built my rig, the very first game I played was Mirror's Edge, and it had physics on it, and I was like blown away when I seen like the cloth move. Like I was like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, this shit looks so fancy, and I was like losing my mind at the time. So you don't gotta tell me about
Facts.
that. And playing even Final Fantasy 15. Playing Tomb Raider with the hair works and all that. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a sucker for those type of stuff. Just personally,
Me
I'm
too.
a sucker for that.
Yeah, me
The
too.
only reason I think you should get an Nvidia card is if you do want ray tracing, and if you do want the fucking broadcast suite. Because I tell you this right now, the AMD Adrenalin software is leagues ahead of Nvidia GeForce now. It is leagues ahead. Like that software, bro, it is fucking sick. I don't have that old shitty control panel to deal with. It looks fucking good. It does everything there. I can overclock it right there. I don't even need MSI Afterburner. anymore.
How's the
It's fucking
recording
sick.
software
Fucking
when you want to
sick.
save
It comes
clips?
with it.
Because
same
GeForce
shit.
never fucking works. GeForce literally works when it wants to work.
Adrenaline works every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
their
I think
software
that's
is
the-
it's
that's
it's
the
not like the
AMD,
Vegas shit.
equivalent?
Yeah, I think that's the
Yes.
AMD equivalent to it. Like I remember I switched my CPU at the time. I bought a top of the line CPU from AMD at the time. I bought. I think it was like a 30. I think it was a 3950X at the time when it released. I bought that. I bought that shit for like $1,400. Right.
Oh my god.
I put that shit in my computer, J-Main, bro. Right. I did everything right. I don't want to hear it, bro. I did everything right. I did a clean install of
No, you
Windows.
didn't.
I you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I knew Alex was about to say something. I knew Alex was about to say something. I knew it. That's why I said it. That's why I wanted to say it out there because I knew Alex was gonna jump in. I did everything right.
didn't.
Did a clean install of Windows. I did all the I did all of that. Drivers. I did everything. Bro, your boys booted up Dragon Ball Fighters. J-Main, out of all games, Dragon Ball Fighters. This shit crashed every single time. I took that bitch to the store so fucking fast, put back my old i750, 5700K back or whatever that shit is. Put that back in the rig and the shit was running fine. I'm like, yo, I'm never giving AMD a chance again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Intel gang too. I'm willing to
Yo.
try him this time. I'm gonna try him this time.
I might try them in the future one more time for CPU, but if my games fuck up, I'm never going back.
The only
never,
thing
ever,
that
ever,
you need to
going back.
worry about, you got to make sure that the speed of the RAM is what your CPU needs. If the RAM speed and the
Oh,
timing,
but you already know I'm a gold chaining, bro. So you
It's
know what I had,
not-
bro?
oh my god,
You already know I was gold chaining, bro. I had like what? I think it was like 36. Was it 36?
I had 32 gigs of RAM, and my RAM speed is 5600 mega transfers.
Yeah, that's
I
what
have
I'm
a
want. I want
7700.
600 or 56 this time around. But I need a whole new motherboard. See, this shit
And
is
I
a
had-
never-ending fucking pit of money, dog. I hate
So
it. Dog.
stop.
so-
this is
so
where you gotta
Blade-
be like me. Stop chasing the dragon.
So just
Stop.
upgrade this, just upgrade your GPU and call it a day, because your CPU is probably fine. Like if you really want to buy something,
What CPU do you have,
upgrade
Blaze?
the
It's
GPU and that's it.
Honestly, I forget, bro. It's like an i9 10 fucking something. I forget.
Bro, honestly,
You're
that
probably
CPU is
fine,
fine, bro. That CPU is
You're
fine,
fine.
bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
Upgrade
I
your
didn't
GPU
upgrade
if you
my
want. That's
PC.
it.
Bro, guys, Kofi, how long did I have my PC before
Bro,
before I upgraded it? When we started the
When,
podcast. I
when
had
we
the
start
same
the
PC.
podcast, when you had to set the podcast,
That's
same
when I had
computer.
this. I didn't upgrade my PC for like 7 years, bro.
Yo, Blaze,
for
man,
real, bro.
upgrade it all, man. Don't listen to these PC nerds.
Don't listen.
Upgrade it all.
Don't listen to Bari, who fucking
console
buys
guys.
games that he never opens.
Hey,
This-
Alex tried to chew me up when I got my PC. He was like, "What the fuck
This-
you doing, boy?"
Yo, hey, Bari, question, man. Hey, how much dust is on that PC, by the way?
You know that should collect the
man.
dust. We know it's collecting dust. Come on, bro.
We just
yo.
broke them down.
Yo,
you know?
We
this-
told him
this
that was
not-
collecting
this not-
dust.
This is not interrogation bar.
This man in persona. Both of these clowns, all right? These two
Holy.
fucking clowns go out and they spend like $3,000 during the whole fucking crypto fucking crisis. And they buy a 3080 and all this bullshit. They buy
Some Twitter
pre-built
flexing.
versions
Twitter
of both of
flexing.
them.
A little Twitter flexing,
flexing.
a little Twitter
You know what
flexing.
it is?
No, it was no
These-
Twitter flag. It was an emergency, man. I needed something quick.
These two PlayStation fanboy clowns ain't boot that PC up once.
Man. Hi-Fi
man.
Rush is a great game. Hi-Fi Rush is a great game, man. We own that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's a 10900K. That's what it is.
Oh, you're fine, bro.
i9 1000. Yeah, 10 cores,
I mean, at least you
3.7
didn't
gigahertz.
get the 11900. The 11 series is it's a waste of sand.
Well, you
Yeah,
got
I got-
Nah, Blake, upgrade that CPU and GPU, man. Don't listen to these guys, man.
Yo,
Upgrade that
Bari's the
thing to-
worst, bro. The worst.
He wants you to go all out just to be on the timeline. Like, oh, this shit ain't booting up.
Bro, listen, I just spent $700 on PSVR. You know, like everything, like tech. If you
Hey,
love
look,
tech, bro,
okay,
you're fucked.
hold on. You have a 3090, bro. You're running every game at max settings already. You don't need to upgrade anything. There's no need
Well, I can
for it.
sell the 3090. Somebody in this community is gonna buy that 3090.
Yeah, I
So
sold
we
mine.
the
I
3090
sold
for
mine.
1,000. Yeah, you'll sold it for 1,000, and then you'll get it the
No
40
way.
for like, yeah.
They won't
39
buy
for
it.
1,000.
Yeah.
Not
Right now?
Maybe not right now. Not right now.
Yeah.
But at the time you could.
eBay,
That's what I said. I think I sold it for 1,000 actually. But I sold it
Right
1,000
now,
Canadian
right
though.
now, okay, NVIDIA GeForce 3090s. Do you have a reference card?
Yes, founders.
It's not.
Founders.
I'm 950. I'm seeing it for 950, 899.
Okay, I will sell. Yo, anybody in the chat, if you want my PC 3090, everything, I'll sell it to you. Whole thing,
The whole PC.
1200.
Jesus Christ.
1,200.
The whole thing?
1,200 right now.
$1,200. Yo, Jamie, go buy that,
Oh
Jamie,
my
bro. You
God.
need a new PC right now, bro.
Send me
I
that.
ain't trying to get no-
I
Nah.
might run into his DMs right now though, low key.
Oh,
Yo, what the hell?
Hey,
1,200.
hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Blaze,
Dumb as hell.
dude. A 10900K is fucking $440.
Is it?
Just what are you
1,500.
talking about, bro?
Now you're raising the price. All right, yo, we got to get back to the pod, bro.
Go
We gotta
ahead
go back
and
to
do
the
some
pod, bro.
analysis and
We gotta get
Yeah,
go back to the
pod,
drawing
They
board.
run
Yeah,
into
bro.
your DM.
You have a
You gonna
$2,000
get that
PC.
Yeah, but
You
somebody
gonna
just
definitely
said,
get
see
that
that 13,900K versus 10,900K. It's a big leap.
Strat said Blaze, hit me up.
I got you. Oh, Strat, you local too. Please, Strat. You're local, bro.
Hey,
30
yo,
minutes.
I'll tell you.
All right, let's get
Oh,
back
gotta
to the
pay
pod. Let's get back to the pod real quick, and so we can knock
Yeah,
down
yeah.
some of these topics. So we have a shit ton to talk about. Shout out to Alex for
Putting Jay
throwing
Barry to
in.
sleep, man.
You could dip it. You could dip
I
anytime
gotta-
you want. Yeah, you
I
gotta
gotta
dip
go.
now. But appreciate you stopping by anyways.
Appreciate you pulling up, Alex.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
yeah,
Alex,
listen,
man,
hey,
get
if
some-
you
get
guys
some-
actually want to see like a channel that's actually doing good shit, you can just go to my channel then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go
Aw,
ahead.
Here we go.
Go
Dan
watch.
Kofi, you muted him at the right time too. Good
I
shit.
muted him.
Nah, good play.
Hey, yo, go and get you some Red Nephew White Rum, Alex, man, and just take a little cap. You'll be
Yo,
good to go.
Listen, I've been
Some of that 151,
I've been
burn all
mixing-
that shit
I've been
up.
Mixing NyQuil and vodka lately.
Jesus.
You on that lean? Oh shit!
That's right.
Yes, sir.
He on that shit that had Wheezy high as a kite.
All right, yo, real quick, back to this Nintendo Direct. There's like two more announcements I want to talk about. Don't trust me, then we're gonna get out of here. They did stuff drop Metroid Prime on the eShop, which looks
Amazing.
absolutely fantastic.
Does it?
I bought a copy from Amazon, and the shit still hasn't shipped yet, bro. Wasn't it supposed to like come out like today?
Amazing.
Really?
They're telling me it's coming
Oh,
out
the physical
like,
version. The physical
yeah,
version.
the physical, yeah. Apparently they're telling me it's supposed to come in next month. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is why I don't buy
the
shit like
physical's
online,
out?
bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely
Yeah, I
collecting
think
the physical. I need
I think
that.
the release date was like today or some shit like that, or yesterday.
Bro,
It was
just
supposed
go
to come out
GameStop,
today,
bro.
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
just go to GameStop and cancel my Amazon order because the shit's not coming in, so it's really annoying. I think
I
it
was
looks
looking at
great.
comparisons for this game though, and compared like they call it a remaster, but some of their assets look remade. Like they really did a good job with that.
Yeah.
Yo, you notice right away from us picking up the Pro controller or whatever controller you're using, like you actually have the analog sticks working.
The analog
Oh
sticks
yeah,
time,
dual stick
yeah.
control. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, that's true.
It's a big change because Metro Prime was always like not a difficult game, but you had to like strafe
It's a weird
lot of
control,
bullshit,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird
But now
control
it's
scheme
just
with
like
these old school
it feels
games.
good.
You know what's sad about that? I got the Wii. Is it the Wii or the Wii U version? I think it's the Wii
Wii.
version. It's the
It's
bundle.
It's the Wii.
It's the trilogy. I got the trilogy. That shit was going for like $120 at one point. I'm sure that shit just went out the window now. So
Well, no, this is only
Yeah.
the first one, so it might
probably still works
might have
on.
a little bit of value.
Yeah, I played
Yeah, but
I
they
played
gon-
the Wii versions too. They're excellent versions, yo, low-key at the
They
time.
They are.
It works really good with the motion controllers and stuff like that. So Metroid Prime came out. I'm gonna pick it up, but I'm waiting for my physical copy to come because I'm not buying it.
Low key, I'm surprised Nintendo ain't charged the 60 because they actually did some work on this. So like it's
I know,
a big
right?
step up from
I feel like they
you
don't
know what I
believe
mean?
in when it comes to Metroid and Nintendo. I feel like they don't really believe in Metroid like that, or they know that like it's not like a Zelda or a Mario. You feel me? Like they just know that. So I think that's why they price this appropriately. Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Cool. Shout out to them on that.
Yeah. Moving on. We got another look at Zelda, Tears of a Kingdom. Another game that looks
Yes.
fantastic. I can't wait to play it. The problem is I kind of don't want to play it on the Switch. That's just the reality of the fact. I really wish Nintendo had new hardware dropping with this game like they did with the Nintendo Switch, because like the reality of the fact is I think personally, now that I've seen better portably, it's kind of hard for me to enjoy the Switch. It's
Bro,
really
the Switch is a dust collector. The Switch is
It-
the biggest
it really
offender, bro.
is.
That
Like,
shit is
after
a fossil.
After seeing better now it's kind of hard for me to enjoy it. I know people are saying the OLED shit looks fire, the screen, but I still can't get over the fact that the performance is just like really bad. And
The
And
OLED
you
does
know
have
this shit gonna be
vivid-
30. This gonna be 30 at most.
No, I picked up
Yeah,
that
it's gonna be
OLED
30,
at
of
the
course.
store. I picked up
Yeah.
that OLED at the
I
store.
think I've seen
and
it
listen,
too at the store. It looked good.
That shit look good,
The-
bro. It does.
The
Yeah,
OLED,
it's vibrant.
the screen is just more vivid, like it's more vibrant. and
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah, the
Mhm.
Yeah,
performance
but the
ain't changed. It's still the
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pixels
yeah.
I don't
hasn't
know.
changed. The performance hasn't changed yet. So like that's why I haven't really bought it. And I already
tempting,
waited
it's
this
tempting.
long. I feel like if I go out and purchase one, just next year we're probably gonna get an announcement of a new system. So like what's the
Yep.
point? You feel me? Like
I don't
at
think
this
they're
point,
ever
I
gonna
waited
change,
to-
bro.
What do you mean in terms of
Shit.
like performance?
I don't think they're gonna change, bro.
Look,
like,
they're not gonna compete with PlayStation or Xbox, but they're definitely gonna release something stronger than their predecessor. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you're right. I hope you're right, bro. Because
I mean, if they go
Nintendo going
handheld
4K,
again,
bro.
I don't know.
They're
Like,
going 4K next year.
Well,
I
now
mean,
we see the
next
Steam
generation.
Deck. We seen the Steam Deck and what that can do, right? So even if they do go handheld again, even if it's comparable to the Steam Deck and the style of Nintendo games, like the style of games, they're not really demanding, right? Like we look at the art style, they go for a more
Right.
artistic, stylistic approach. So most of those
so at
games will
least
probably run
performance
and-
could be better.
Yeah, performance will probably be great. You know what I'm saying?
let's be real. When we all seen the Switch reveal, I remember when I first seen the Switch reveal, I would remember being so upset. I wanted like a Super Nintendo 2. You know, that's what I wanted from Nintendo. I'm like, all right, they're not playing. They're gonna release something, you know. But as cool as the Switch is, and as you know, I loved it, and I own many Switches. It's just like, man, like, dude, I want.
almost fell out of my
Nintendo-
chair. Hold
Well, come on, Kofi. They're like, oh, we don't do the console war shit. Really? Like, just go back a decade or so. You know, like they were always dabbling in that field. They just couldn't compete with it
But
anymore.
those,
and they
that's
stopped.
what it was.
I
Those
was
shit
just
didn't
about to bring it
sell.
up. Yep.
They didn't
Yep.
sell.
The reality of the
Yeah.
fact that if Nintendo was competing with Xbox and PlayStation when it comes to like high performance consoles, they'll lose every single time. I think Nintendo knows that they gotta
But they
find a
can
new
do
way.
it, Kofi. Are
They
you-
can
are
do
you
it,
saying
but
they
who's gonna
can't
buy
get with
it?
AMD? But
No, but I'm saying who's gonna buy it?
Nintendo
What do you
fans
mean?
gonna
Because
buy
of
it,
price?
to me.
They're selling a
I
Switch for
disagree. I
$300, Kofi.
Because Switch is a
Bro.
handheld though. People look
They
at that
sell
as
it.
a
They
handheld.
selling a
so
Switch game for 70. They gonna buy it, bro.
But
Yo,
hear me
Nintendo
out.
can come with a hardcore These console like
I don't think
Xbox
it'll
and
do well.
PlayStation, they will buy it. They will
I
buy
don't think it
would.
I don't think it'll do well.
They thrive in the handheld market, so that's why things like the DS and the things like
Nintendo has
Switch.
now, they will buy it.
Nah, that's why
I don't think
their
so.
handheld
It
stuff
had a
does
good
the best.
Jay Bar, they had great momentum with the Wii coming into the Wii U, but no one bought the Wii. So you can't
Because
really
that was a name flop, bro. They flopped with the name, bro.
I don't think that's necessary. Look, it had some marketing issues. I
get your argument. I get your argument with the Wii U, but I feel like they have elevated so much now with the Switch. Not saying that they should dismiss the whole handheld thing, but now with this new console, whatever they're having, the dock is going to be super important. Where it's going to be powered up. Where the next console that they have is not going to be cheap, bro. It's not going to be no $300.
All I have to say is, J Bar, Nintendo needs a gimmick. I think they need something that draws the casuals in, whether it be motion, whether it be portability, whether you snap, like with the Switch, you can snap the two Joy-Cons off and do. I think Nintendo needs to get. I don't think Nintendo today could come out and make a super traditional console, performance on par with the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, standard ass controller, and just drop regular games. It gets all the third-party games, and it perform as well as the PS5 or the Xbox.
Oh, why?
Series
But
X.
Kofi, imagine.
I don't think so.
But imagine Nintendo has
needs
a
a
powerful console. Okay, but you're right, and I do agree. It does need some sort. Nintendo always comes up with the gimmick, right? Every console. But what I'm saying is, imagine if they got a standard say that, like Jay Barry's saying, say the portability is still there, but when you put it on the fucking dock, that's when you get it's just like the VR headset. Why is it got a wire, motherfucker? Because they need the power from the PlayStation 5.
So you're saying like the dock itself would have something in it?
Yeah,
that's fine. I'm all for it. I'm all for something, but it still has the gimmick of that it's portable, right? Like I'm with that. That's a great thing if they can pull it off, right? But I'm just saying, like,
even if they want to sell a super dock at a separate price, like I would be with that shit too.
People will buy it.
Like make the actual, what they would call a super switch or some shit. Make that like a handheld and more powerful itself with a basic dock. And then for the people that want more power, if they could like have a separate dock that they could sell that has like some shit on the inside that can make it, do better shit when you have it hooked up to the TV, then I'll be with
you. What's crazy, J-Main? Think about how far away this is going to sound to you. Imagine you right now, 2023, sitting down playing Call of Duty crossplay on a Nintendo, just like on a powerful, just think about that.
Yeah, that should
sound crazy. Battlefield on Nintendo, like it's so far away.
That's the main reason why I think they're going powerful now, because now that this whole Call of Duty 10-year thing, there's no way they're gonna have this like artsy fartsy console like the Switch.
Especially if it's supposed to be parity.
I still think so. I still think whatever next Nintendo platform is gonna be still very gimmick heavy. Like I think it just.
You might be right. I'm not saying it's not gonna have gimmick heavy, but it's gonna be a powerful beat. I think they're gonna go on VR too. They played around with it with the Switch. I think they're gonna fully go into it.
That's interesting that you say that.
I don't know about that. They recycled.
You know what? Actually, I think I disagree with that. You know why I disagree with that? Because I feel like there's an age for. They say for VR. They said there's like a specific age that
12 and up.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 and up. Right. So, and I think Nintendo tries to cater to a wide group of gamers from any age group, from even as old as 5 to like 60. You know what I mean? I think that's their kind of thing. I think that's why the Switch has found like its success, how they combine their home console and their portable into this whole one kind of
accessible to
thing,
everybody.
Right?
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Super accessible to the children.
People
buy multiple for their kids too.
But didn't they do a VR kit already with the Switch?
That's
like
what I'm saying.
the
That's what I was about to rebuttal with.
The Labo. They did a Labo, but like,
was that traditional VR?
No, it's not. It's not.
I never even looked into
it. It was like AR.
No, it's not. But for them to go balls wall to make it like a PSVR headset, I don't see that happening. Just because it can't cater to as much people as they would want it to. That's what I personally think.
I'm 50-50 with it now because of your point. Cause I think you make a good point though. But I feel like for somebody to really, really push VR, it will take somebody like Nintendo.
It needs Apple. It needs Apple. It would be real.
Outside of, I think they will
Apple,
try to.
Nintendo, Nintendo could pull it off because people would buy it anyway. And
you
know
same
what?
Same with Apple.
I'm just trying to say, we Apple. Wait till Apple jumps into VR, then y'all gonna see how popping VR can possibly get.
And not because it's better, but because it's got the Apple stamp on it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're not going. Yo, J-Mate, they're not going to complain about price when that Apple VR.
No, hell no.
Of course, yo, but you
They
guys have to
definitely
understand
not
that.
$1,000
Yeah,
Apple VR. They
yeah,
buying
you
that
have
shit
to,
day
You
one.
have to understand the Apple consumer though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, until Apple really jumps into this VR race, I think that's when the VR like market's gonna significantly grow even bigger because of just their brand power. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, when they get into the race, that's what y'all VR fans should hope for. Y'all have to pray and
Yo.
hope that Apple makes a VR headset. It's gonna make more people adopt VR in general.
Apple would definitely do it. I want to just say this, and we ran this in the ground before, but like, dog, I know I bust Jay Barry's balls and Jack Move about like, bro, chasing your trophies and not, but like even Steam now has a sound notification with when you get it. If you notice, if you get an achievement on Steam, you can set up the sound now where it pops up and makes a sound on Steam. It's actually dope. But what
really? I didn't know.
Yeah, know that.
Yeah, you got to enable it in your settings. But what I want to say is like, Nintendo, bro, please. When people say they beat Zelda, like, you got no clue if they really beat Zelda. And listen, I don't care about trophies, but what I do like is a nice stamp of approval saying, "Hey, I played this game on
It's about
2017
time,
at 9 o'clock." Yeah, you can see like, bro, trophies.
It's a lot of frauding going on
out here. It's a timestamp, bro. That's what I love about trophies. Like, damn, I was playing this at 3 in the morning. Like, what the hell was I doing that?
And it's more
like,
so not
cool.
to expose people, Blaze. I wouldn't even see it in that. It's not really to expose people, but I feel like
it's a record book. It's a record book.
It's a nice record book, and I feel like just achievements and trophies itself just builds just a whole different community for your platform.
Absolutely.
Look how many channels that run off just collecting trophies and achievements.
Facts.
Look how many forums and websites exist that just for it. It just creates more avenues for people just to, keep your game in circulation. You know what I'm saying? Like people talking about it, getting the support and stuff like that. So I think it's a good thing for a game to have trophies, right? It's just more life.
Also, it gives the PC recruiters a harder time,
Yeah, Barry's so anti
PC recruiters.
Oh
that's
my
funny
God.
as hell.
That boy's so anti
we hashtagging that?
bro.
Yo, yeah, you gotta stamp that. You gotta stamp that.
Oh my
That's
God,
funny
bro.
as hell.
He's so
they like army recruiters out here.
Oh yeah, like they was in the high school
so
gyms with the tables. You ain't doing shit with you. Like, come on over here and talk to me.
Yeah.
Tired of playing that 30 FPS on the Switch.
Oh man. Yo, I saw.
Wait,
someone saying you have
you know what? I saw something so funny on the timeline, and low key, it was kind of relatable. Someone made a tweet. I don't know if y'all see this tweet. It said, "Steam Deck owners are the new vegetarians," and it made me die. Still, because low key, it's very true. Low key, just think about how Steam Deck users kind of typically behave, like even myself and others. And think about how vegetarians behave. It's very comparable.
Not going to lie, bro. I had the Steam Deck in my cart 2 times and I canceled it, bro. I was like, Ari, man.
Yeah,
you don't play this PC.
You're not gonna play.
It would not be good for you,
bro. You ain't gonna play.
Yeah, man.
Nah, if you love the Vita, listen. You know what I'll say about the Steam Deck? It was collecting dust, but now I've been utilizing it at work and shit. But like, it makes you want to play. What I'll say about the Steam Deck, it makes you want to play games that you traditionally wouldn't play. It's weird. It makes you play certain games. Like you might look at a certain indie game like that you wouldn't try.
Best for
like,
that.
Right.
It's the best for that, bro.
It's weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I got into Persona, because on the Vita, I would have never played Persona. It's just not my speed. But on the Vita, everybody's like, "Oh, that's one of the best games." I love the Vita, so I was like, "Fuck it, I try it out." End up 90 hours later, that's one of my favorite games. Like,
honestly, like when it comes to JRPGs and handhelds, I feel like they just go well so together.
Oh yeah,
it's
perfect
one of those
match.
Types of games, right? That like you're gonna be playing this for maybe over 100 hours, right? So it's nice pick up and play. You could play for a quick 20 minutes, turn it off, like suspend your device and jump right back on it, right? So it's just so easy. Versus when you coming home, sitting in front of like a TV monitor, playing, and you only could play in that fashion. Whether you could take the portable in your bed, you just get anytime in, anytime in, and you can finish it. So I always love playing RPGs on like handhelds and stuff like that. Because
you know what I seen on Twitter too a lot? It was like, there was mad polls. I don't know if y'all seen these polls about like, who would rather have a PS Vita 2 than a PSVR? Why did the PSVR sold 6 million, but the Vita sold 16 million and didn't get a second chance?
Didn't get a second chance. Yeah, I seen that. Right. That was a dumbass post though.
It was stupid because
I seen that.
I forgot who posted it, but yeah, I seen it.
Well, the Vita was the handheld second chance. I mean, PlayStation fucked up too, but it was.
But like I said, J-Main, that is PS3 Sony. You know, they were kind of they had a little rattles going on. PS4 Sony can put out blank. They can print blank discs and get people to buy it. I'm telling you.
Well, you want them to do another handheld?
Absolutely.
Nah, brother. Nah, brother. Yo, it's on. I'm gonna be honest, Barry. I love PlayStation VR, and I'm getting one. I'm gonna let you know right now. This might be it. So enjoy PlayStation VR while you can. This might be it, brother.
This is a good segue.
This is a
good segue too. This is a good segue too. That's perfect.
Really and truly, I want them to do both. To be honest with you, fuck
Me
that.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
Like,
too.
I like the VR. It offers a new experience, but I also would like to see them tackle handheld, because I feel like all these consoles or all these manufacturers or whatever you want to call them platforms, if your competition is there, you should be in the pot too. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you can't have this one of these platforms that's dominating on just a handheld, especially if you already tried it. Like, give it another go. You know what I mean? Learn your lessons from the PSP, learn your lessons from the Vita, and try to combine that.
Bro, that
honestly,
Vita still right now. If you pick up a Vita
they-
right now, it feels modern. Pick up a Vita right now, it still feels like a modern.
And it
like
looks
it
great.
just came
It still
out.
looks great. Yeah.
Honestly,
The thing with the handheld shit that they go, because what's going to separate them from other handheld devices out there is that
Premium.
It's that you're going to be offering software that you can't get on the other platforms.
And the ecosystem.
And we saw what happened last time. And I know, like, even with PlayStation VR, it's not like they really allocating like software. Like, it's a few studios that are doing exclusive PlayStation VR games, but it's not. It's mostly third party.
The Vita was ahead of its time, J-Man, because the pitch for the Vita is what the Switch is now. People didn't want that when the Vita came out, but they want that now with the Switch, because it's the same shit that it was going for. Console gaming on the handheld.
Right. They showed the MLB commercial. You playing MLB on PS3 pickup, like it didn't work like that. And they got sued a little bit, but you know, the Vita. Listen, man, we already know. But the PSVR,
they got sued because they lied about the 3G, because that shit was 3G. So you could play online. You could have played that shit online. Right. I got the 3G. I got the 3G Vita too. Like,
me too,
listen, bro. Stop playing with me.
Finesse.
But PSVR
I would like to see
did a
Sony
lot.
do another handheld. I would actually like to see it. I would like to
That
see
shit
them
gonna
recover.
flop.
They would have to do it. They would have to get so much things right, though. You know what I mean? They would have to just get so much things right.
I'm sure they wouldn't do that memory card shit again. I mean, we see
They're not doing that.
They did the SSD shit the right way.
I can see why they're wary, because it is a huge gamble to introduce that into the market.
They get hacked.
It's a huge gamble.
Because what it sounds like y'all want is a handheld to play your PS5 games on. People not buying that. It sounds like that's what y'all want.
Not really.
It's more like
Not
a
really,
dedicated
actually.
thing, because now your only option is like cloud, kind of like you streaming it.
Right. So like a native handheld way to play your PS5 game. That handheld shit will be too expensive, I think, for Sony to get into and not have the other software to go like.
I don't want a
not
portable
do it, though.
PS5, bro.
Yeah,
I want unique hardware, bro.
Yeah,
I want
see,
unique.
You want unique games too, then, right?
Unique games. Yeah, I want unique games. If they're gonna do that, I kind of want them.
And I don't think they
a separate
will.
catalog. Because if you really look at the
Blaze,
PSP,
you want
right?
a touchscreen in the back of the.
No. That's not what I'm saying, dog. Yo, that was the worst. I'm telling you what I want. Like, remember they were gonna make a BioShock made for the Vita, like its own thing.
Infamous was gonna get its own game. Yeah,
bro. Uncharted Golden Abyss is still
look at the PSP.
Still a game that Killzone Mercenaries.
Look at the PSP, bro. You know the PSP had so much original titles. It had its own Daxter game. It had its own Dragon Ball games. It had its own Naruto games. Had Bleach
sold
games.
like shit.
It had its own Gran Turismo games. Like, if they're not doing that, then keep it. That's my take, honestly.
Me too.
If it's just like, yo, we're playing our PS5 games on the go, then keep it. I don't want it. That's honest.
I want
my
it,
honest,
but
real feeling.
I
No,
want
that's
it,
my honest
but
feeling.
I think that's what you could expect. Because as they
that's
do
all
these
it's gonna
little
be, then I
side
don't want
projects,
it.
we see that the software from them it's not matching up with
This
what
is
it used to be
where
on
I
PSP.
rebuttal. This is where I rebuttal your point, Kofi, because that's what Steam is doing. They're playing your Steam games on the go, and it's working for them. People buying Steam decks left and right.
Do you think?
Hold
on. Do you think PlayStation will be satisfied with a handheld selling 1 million?
No.
You think they'll be
no.
They would not. That's what I'm saying. Those numbers.
Barry, you know where I'm
satisfy
gonna. Barry, you know what the difference is? I get what you're saying with the Steam Deck. Pretty much is just an extension of my computer. But the thing is, I don't really look at PlayStation. I look at Steam and Valve like the same, bro. PlayStation has it's a whole bunch of studios themselves, right? So I'm if I buy a PlayStation handheld, I'm automatically gonna expect those studios to be creating and developing
Create
games for that platform. That's just the difference between the two. Versus,
But that's
Valve
but that's the problem, Kofi. The problem with PlayStation is they're not allocating Naughty Dog to make a VR centric game. They're never gonna do that. Naughty Dog needs to be making PS5 games. They're never gonna say, Naughty Dog, stop what you're doing and make a VR game. And that's the bullshit about it, because who knows what Naughty Dog could create in VR, bro? Who fucking knows, bro? How incredible
But that's
it
what.
could be.
And I know you said they better now, but that's what they were doing with the PSP, is they were allocating those studios to make PSP games and shit. And they were good games, but
they were good games.
They didn't sell that much either. So
they sold 80 million.
No, they sold 80 million Vitas, but software wise, those numbers don't add up.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. The software wasn't as lot.
You're talking about the game. You're talking about the game.
Yeah. So they probably felt like, damn, it's not worth putting our big studios on these, side projects.
80 million PSPs. What's the highest?
That's a lot.
Xbox consoles are sold.
It's a lot.
All right, why you bring Xbox? No. That's a strange.
That's foul. That's foul. Yo, Blaze, you could say that, but let's keep it a buck. Like 80 million, and if we're gonna compare it to something comparable, like a 360, the 360 made way more money. Way more money.
Okay, but how much did the 360
so you can't really do that. You can't really do that. I think it was 80, 90
million.
million.
I just want to know.
80
I will argue that,
Holy
Kofi.
shit.
I will argue that, Kofi.
How would you?
I don't
how
know
would
if
you
the
say
360 made, because
Why you say that?
the 360 numbers are inflated by the Red Ring of Death. So I don't know. It was a lot of money put into fixing
I'm not
systems
only
and shit
talking
like
about
that.
J-Man. I'm talking
about
about
software.
Talking about software and paying for Xbox Live, paying for all of that shit. It probably generated way more money, even if they had less quote unquote units out.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
That's what I mean by
I'll stand down. I'm gonna fall back.
Made way more money, so we can't make that comparison. But yeah. Back to the PSVR. We got the launch, and J Bar, you want to give us your impressions of the PSVR 2? Since you've been using it, I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, Gran Turismo and stuff, but you want to just give us a rundown, since you're the only one that has it here at the moment, on just your initial impressions of it.
Yeah, my impressions is gonna be more so from the PSVR 1 to PSVR 2. So I know a lot of people going, but the Oculus Pro, I've
been doing this for a while, right?
Comparing the 1 to the 2. That's how it should be anyway.
Yeah, and PSVR 2 is like a huge monumental leap from the VR 1, and really truly, before I even get into like the look and the graphics and the feel of everything, the setup, bro. A lot of people probably was like dismissive with PSVR because you see all that breaker box,
convoluted, man.
And
it was
just all over the place. It's taking up all these ports on your console and all that.
Right,
bro. This joint, just plug it in that USB-C and you're set. You're good to go. And like the setup process is just so cool. It's so easy to do. They did a great job just walking you through it and teaching you about the console, setting up your play area. A lot of things that PSVR 2 is doing, it's like catch up to other VR systems that came out after PSVR 1. You know what I mean? The Quest 2, all these other VR. I ain't gonna listen. There's a lot of them that had those features that the PlayStation VR 1 that been out since 2016 had none of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's a lot of catch up there, but there's also a lot of like wiggle room as far as like the hardware. You know what I mean? It's spec'd out, man. The resolution per eye is on point. The hertz, the 190 to 120 hertz for your games. The field of view is a big change. Like I personally never thought that up in the field of view by like 10% or 20% would be such a great change. But it is, bro. Like you feel more immersed in the world and stuff like that. And I will always be dismissive for that stuff, but actually seeing it now, like there's games that I'm playing that I played on VR1, like Moss. I played that game, not the craziest of VR games, the cool little over the top God mode type
Dope game.
Yeah, dope game. But like the drastic difference from VR 1 to 2 is like I was just like, yo, this junk looks way more vivid. The view angle is way more better. The sense controller, it caught up. Like I said, there's a lot of catching up that they're doing. The moves controller that it was using that was very outdated. The sense controller, that joint is on point, bro. And not to take any jabs or anything. I know you guys don't do that stuff, but it was very complexing to me that people were struggling for media wise were struggling to put the sense controller on, because right from the tutorial you have a pass-through view right on the VR2, and it
Oh,
highlights
yeah.
everything. So it will
Mhm.
let you know, here's the left one, here's the right one. It has a ring around it where you can just, hey, to slide your hand in there. So I'm just
Oh,
like,
so like
how
when
you
you're staring at it in the past, it highlights it.
it highlights it. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And you
wow.
will let you know this is left, this is right.
Yeah, where your
So
controls
I'm
are.
just
Yeah.
like,
How the fuck was
Oculus,
yeah,
blessings? Never mind.
Oculus,
Go ahead.
Oculus does something very similar to that too. The Oculus, it lets you know which
yeah,
one's your
yeah.
left controller and your right. As well.
PSVR 2 definitely took a lot from Oculus in the past. 200%.
I heard,
Bro,
I
the
heard,
Oculus
I heard the
2,
scanning. I heard the scanning too is very similar in terms of scanning
bro,
the
how you
floor
measure
and all
the
that.
floor, all that.
It's
Bro,
similar.
the Oculus, if I want to go into VR, pass through an Oculus 2, I just tap my helmet. I just tap it twice.
That's
Toot,
it.
toot,
Yeah.
and you're in
Mhm.
pass through.
Yeah, VR2, it has like a button. It's not like a tap, but it has like a
Dedicated.
function button.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like, it's black and white, but it's pretty clear. You can't read like a text message or anything like that, but yo, it is clear. Like you see everything. You know what I mean?
So
And the
much
way
better
how
than
you
taking off your helmet, bro. Oh my god.
100%, yo. You don't have to have no camera hooked up. Everything is just one thing I'll say, you have to have good lighting, just so you can track properly.
That's
But
interesting.
the biggest cons that I have so far with it, I like the Sense controllers, but I don't like the PlayStation button on the Sense controls. I think it's too flushed in. They should raise it a little bit so you can get the feel, because you can just you move your thumb and you're like, oh, is this the PS button? Like it's so flushed in the actual controller. You know
Like
what I
you
mean?
can't
So it
tell.
wasn't a
Like,
Vita.
wait. So are you pressing it by accident, or you're looking for it to press it? You're looking to press
No,
it?
you're not pressing it by accident, but like say you're in VR, so you're rubbing to look for the Sense the PS button, and
You can't tell where it's at.
you feel it, but I just wish it was a little bit more raised. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Also, I
Yo,
wish it had like
J Bar,
a
is
mute
triangle
button
on
too.
the left? If triangle on the left
Yeah.
side of that
Triangle and
bothers me, bro.
square on the
Triangle
left,
should be on the
circle and
right, bro.
X.
What the hell?
Bro,
That
that's
bothers me.
one thing too. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to it, because yeah, the symbols are different. So triangle and square is on the left, and triangle's the
Right.
top, and square is on the bottom.
Interesting.
And circle is the top on the right, and X is the bottom. So it takes a while to get used to it.
That's
I also
interesting.
wish they had like a mute button on it too, because the actual headset sounds really good. The camera, because we was testing it on this game called after the fall. So me Persona was testing it. We was playing with like other randoms, and they was
The game's dope.
in PSVR. Yeah, they was in PSVR too. We was having a good time, and we sounded clear. It sounded real clear. But there's no mute button. You know what I mean? So you have to go into the party. You know, it's layered. So you got to go into the party and then press it. You would be good if you use like your Pulse or your H9s. You can use any of those headsets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just mute whatever, but
I heard
if
that
you're
you
using
could
the basic thing.
you could swap that function button to be a mute instead of like the pass through.
You're right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. But I like the pass through. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I was
That's
about
new
to say
me,
I don't know
you
if I would give up that option for that. So
Yeah, that's new. But nah, man, I really think that, the biggest question that people are gonna ask is it worth it? I really think it is worth it from the price compared to the hardware that you're getting here.
Mhm.
It's price reasonable in my opinion. And when it comes to a console gamer, you know what I mean? So somebody coming from PSVR 1 to PSVR 2, I don't think the launch lineup is as bad as people are making it seem, because a lot of these things are new experiences anyway. You know what I mean? We ain't played Payflow. We ain't played Kayak VR. We ain't played, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that we ain't played, you know what I mean, that now we're playing. And the fact that a lot of some of the VR1 games are getting up-resed and freshened up, it's not a new experience, but it's just a much better overall experience. You know what I mean? So you're not worrying about any motion sickness like some people might have in a 90-degree field of view, or the hertz is actually really 90 hertz, or 120 is no longer that interloping bullshit what they do in the VR1. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
they fixed a lot of issues that VR1 had, but overall the experience is like a lot of catching up. So we're gonna need those games to set it different, like the exclusive games. So I get people's criticisms with that, but I think Horizon has done that. But overall, I think people is gonna be good with VR2. The setup is just too clean, bro. It's too clean. You know what I mean? Because PSVR 1, I loved it, but I didn't want to set that shit up. I'm be honest, I didn't want to
Yeah.
set it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
I was
definitely
just
had
like, yo,
an
there's
internal
times,
battle. Like I don't want to put them wires
bro,
all
there's
up.
times I'm like, damn, I got to sacrifice a port here, especially on PS5 because you got less ports. I'm like, you know what? I'm not setting that up. But here, I think that setup process and the hardware that you're getting, people's going to have a great time with it, and you're going to use it more, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
I love it.
Honestly, just to piggyback, I don't have a set, so that's why I wanted to, get Jay Barry on.
Soon
here.
come.
We'll see.
Kofi,
We'll
soon
see
come.
how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
GT7,
but
GT7.
I spent some time playing around with my Oculus devices and stuff like that. So, as somebody who has access to a majority of the titles that launch on PSVR, even though they probably do play at a higher fidelity and look better on PSVR 2. I think for me personally, I kind of want to wait a little bit and see PlayStation's commitment in releasing games on this platform. You know what I mean? We had a state of play where they announced 5 more games, and we were looking at some of them games, and it seemed like even those games seemed to be timed exclusive on the PSVR 2, and they're going to be probably releasing on other. So I guess
With that new
wanna see-
Astrobot, man.
yeah, I want to see PlayStation's commitment in developing some original games for the platform, and then see how serious are they taking this VR platform? Because like J-Main said, J-Main is thinking that this might be the last attempt from
Yo,
I'm just,
J-Man,
I'm just monitoring.
PlayStation.
You just jolted my memory, J-Man, because you make a good point there. When you just said Astrobot, like
Yeah,
that's one thing I can criticize them as well. I feel like if you would have had an Astrobot game, like a experience or even
Like
Rescue
that, right?
Mission, their day
Keep on
one,
talking about
that'd have been
that, yo.
cool. Yeah, or Blood and
that shit was
Truth.
amazing.
Like a lot of these PlayStation games that are really, really cool. Now that you have the hardware and all that stuff, I feel like PlayStation, the studio games, that should have been their day one.
And
The best
Blood and
one should have
Truth,
been there, right? Like the best.
yeah,
ones
Blood
that
and
were-
Blood and Truth would have like
100%.
benefited
A game is heat.
immensely from VR2, like, because my biggest issue with Blood and Truth was when I was playing it is the tracking. Like, I feel like the tracking is so much off, and you stuck with those move controllers and the movement around. Like with this type of tracking and movement and controllers, that should have been amazing. So they definitely should have had like some updates ready for those past games, or even a new game.
Yeah, for real. So,
100%.
I still think it's a good launch. The price for what you get is also great when it comes to a high-end VR headset. I'm really hoping one day PlayStation does somehow support the PC platform for this, because I feel like they're really segmenting a huge VR community that would potentially buy your headset because your price is pretty good for what it offers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can sell this to PC guys for real.
Oh, trust me, Kofi.
Yeah.
We know the industry's trying to push that. That's why they say, "Oh my God, it's comparable to a high-end VR, but it's not worth it. It's too expensive." Put it on PC though. We get it. We know what you guys are doing.
No,
over there.
but J Bar, take this in. Like, already, if they make it PC compatible, then for someone who's a gaming enthusiast, which most people are buying a VR, a $500 or $600, whatever it costs VR headset is, right? It just makes it so much more valuable if you really take it in, because now not only you're not locked to these 40 games, J-Main, that you locked, right? Someone like me, you're not locked to these 40 games that are just available on the PlayStation. I can plug it into the PC, right? And have hundreds of games that are on Steam and stuff like that, on the Oculus Store and stuff like that. So I think that's just way more forward thinking if PlayStation did that. It's only going to benefit them
The thing
if they
is,
did it, right? It's only
PlayStation,
benefiting them.
It will possibly go to PC later down the line, but you got to understand that PlayStation, they're catering to their fan base. The
Right.
PC is a second thing to them. They're gonna take care of their fan base that bought a PlayStation 5, and that's who they're gonna handle first. PC, it might. I'm not saying it might not come down the line, but that's
Yeah.
their mindset when it comes to a lot of things. We're gonna make sure the PlayStation version is good, make sure that these guys are good, and then if possibly it comes to the PC, for extra money or whatever they're going, then it goes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
right away,
fa-
day one, I don't think they're gonna do that day one.
Nah, they won't.
Yeah. So in the long run, I guess we'll see what happens if they decide to actually give it some proper support, not no bootleg fix that like some guy's gonna just make himself. And
Oh yeah, we know that's coming.
we know that's coming eventually, but we don't want that. Like, we want like a proper.
The PC
proper
guys gonna
support.
crack that though.
Yeah,
They
we
gonna
want.
crack it.
Yeah, we want proper support. Like, we need proper support, so it works. All the like the functions work like they're supposed to work. Like that's what we need.
I got a
And
I got a question for Barry real quick
Go ahead.
before if how is the foveated rendering? I think that's what it's called, where Like when you're looking directly at something, the focus is the resolution there, and then like the out. Like, do you feel like the tracking is good in terms of when you look over, it immediately switches over to that section that you're looking at?
So that is something hard to catch when you're in VR, looking in VR. You probably have to capture that when in the screen, like on your TV or your monitor, because the eye tracking is so good. Like I'm trying to catch it. I'm be like turning my eye, but oh nope, it's focusing there.
It
Like,
got
you know what
you.
I mean? It's really good.
Okay.
But nah. Like I think a lot of people they said that it works well, especially like with Horizon. But for me personally, like everything that I'm seeing, if I feel like it's focusing because it's just tracking my eyes. So the game it's tracking everything.
Have you tried out that what's it called? Is it Res? Is it Res Infinite or whatever that shit? What is
Res
that
Infinite?
Oh no, I
Res?
haven't tried out Res yet.
I heard that has some pretty cool like eye stuff or whatever.
Yeah, because you aim with it. Like with Horizon 2, like everything you do in Horizon, you aim. Like so controlling the menus, you use your eyes. So you aim whatever you're looking at when you do the bow and arrow. That's where it's going. So like you could be spot on with that bow and arrow. It's like, oh shit, I hit that. Like, yeah, because you're looking at it. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
That's cool. I can't wait to get my shit.
Yeah. I wish more games would be doing it though. After they fall, I feel like that game could use some eye tracking, you know what I mean? But it's still good. It still feels good, but I just think like that would heighten the experience.
Yeah.
But
so I think at the end of the day, what's gonna make or break just the PSVR 2 is like just like with any platform, it's just really the software. At the end of the day.
Software support. Yep.
Good software support, some cool bundles, some good sales, then hopefully, hey, if you guys pray and hope that Apple drops a VR headset and this shit just becomes like super mainstream or something like that. And more people are interested in getting into VR technology. But yeah, I'm very curious to see if this meets PlayStation sales expectations. The next time we talk about it in terms of like how many people bought it out the gate. I'm very, very curious to see. I have no idea. PlayStation came out and said they didn't lower no expectations or anything like that, or they didn't. So I guess we just gotta wait, and we'll definitely know what happened in the next coming months, maybe in a couple months.
Kofi, listen, Kofi. I know you, man. I know you for a long time, Kofi, man. We go back like a wave cap. You getting that VR. You getting that VR, bro.
You know he loves tech.
Yo, bro, I promise this guy, man.
Kofi, most likely I will have it. I am not
a VR head. I'm not like saying VR head. I'm not a racing head, bro. But it's a different.
You got me. I want to try that GT so bad. I really do.
Yeah, this shit got me wanting to play No Man's Sky in the VR. I want to try that shit out too.
I gotta speak from the heart with my man.
Resident Evil Village, that shit look fire in the VR.
I gotta speak from the heart for my man Kofi real quick, man.
I just gotta turn on the camera.
Listen to me, bro. It's a game changer, Kofi.
Oh my god!
You understand what I'm saying?
What the headset? I put the headset on camera. Like show it to him. Like he need to see it.
Wait, this guy got the box in the background and everything. Yeah, look at
I see it. There it is. There she go. There she go. There shorty go. Just one little wire. Plug that into the PS5.
That shit is nice.
I've been using this. Like, don't sleep on this. It's not that bad. Yo, one thing too. This right here.
Oh, the earbuds.
The earbuds.
It blocks out everything, bro. You're not
all the
gonna
light.
Get no light bleed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's much more bulkier than it was on the VR1. Like that shit. That looked like some military grade shit, blocking out the outside light. So.
Yo, that's dope. That's dope, man. I'm gonna pick up a VR headset, bro. Not yet, but I'm gonna pick up one of them VR headsets soon, bro. Real time.
Next podcast, Kofi gonna have the VR headset.
Relax.
GT7. He's gonna have the whole race wheel with the seat.
The race wheel is definitely coming. Yo, I've been telling Addy I want a race wheel forever now. I'm buying a race wheel. But the funny thing is, I want to go fancy though. I want like a $600.
Dude was like. He almost fell out of his seat because the chick was like, you know what I mean?
When I get this race wheel, I'm buying the seat and everything, bro. But I need something that's compatible with PC and PlayStation because I want to play my PC races,
low key,
Forza Horizon, and my like the GTs and shit, bro. I need something compatible with both. Mm-hmm. What's up? You saying something, Barry?
I think you muted, Barry.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro. Yeah, we can't hear you.
You back?
You hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Yo, low key, I think I want a racing wheel, dog.
Barry, we don't sit. Yo, Barry, we don't sit. Yo, okay, listen. The thing about me and VR, and I've said it on the pod. Yo, I just hate standing up and playing video games, bro.
So
Oh, yeah, it's a
with
workout.
this,
It's a workout.
I hate
Like,
I be busting the sweats.
I was about to ask Bari, the Horizon, like, can you play that sitting down, or you have to like stand up at certain points?
Oh no, they ask you if you want to play sitting down or
Oh,
standing
they
up.
ask you, that's
I
dope.
think
that's
I
dope.
think
That's
it's
good.
I think it's the room scale in VR games that you like have to stand up or whatnot with it, but
Right.
they're
I
gonna
think
ask you like, do you?
I think that's my only problem with VR. Like the dopest experiences in VR that I've tried is like Half-Life Alex, and I played that shit, right? Like those, like they're so immersive. Like you have to be like really into it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand up. You gotta like really be played a part. And just some days I just don't want to do that, bro. Like I'm gonna just keep it real, y'all boys. Some days your boy lazy. I ain't trying to stand up. I ain't trying to do none of that shit, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna
it's a
hold you,
workout.
bro. You're like the first couple hours I play Horizon, bro. I was like,
You gotta keep it 1,000. You was tired, right? You was tired, huh?
I was climbing, boy. I tell you that.
Yeah, nah, yeah, that's just too immersive, yeah, sometimes. But VR technology is super cool, and I can't wait to see what PlayStation does with it. Like if they're gonna do any more first party exclusives and stuff like that. I would like to see what they come up with in the future.
Definitely.
Let's talk about the state of play, bro.
State
Keep it rolling.
of play.
Jay Bari,
Ooh.
I'm giving you the hot seat. That state of play. Real quick, just give me out of 10. What did you think before you get into the details of your thoughts?
Quick thoughts, man. 5.5 out of 10. Normally, originally I gave it a 5, but I really did like the Suicide Squad presentation.
Really?
So I upped it like 0.5 points. But yeah, 5.5 out of 10. One of the weaker state of plays.
Yeah, it was a little.
They shown.
I'll definitely agree.
There's some cool announcements there, but some of them don't captivate me or it grabs me. Like I heard that Baldur's Gate is like a big thing, but I never.
Yeah,
played it,
it's
so
like a
you know what I'm
PC.
saying?
It's
I'm
a
just
big
like,
thing on
It's a
PC.
PC thing. It's a PC thing.
Two VR games look cool.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter, of course, looked great. Resident Evil looked great. And to me, I think Suicide Squad looked great. I think it looks cool.
Oh yeah, you like the Avengers. I gotta remember who I'm talking to. I almost forgot. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm saying like, so you guys are saying like from what you saw, it don't look cool.
I'm very disappointed in this route that Rocksteady took.
Yeah, I think
I'm
more
more disappointed that this is coming from Rocksteady. Like, if I could put it in like a simple way, like anybody but them. I expected more from Rocksteady, not this, not like this.
You know what it is. The more I think about it, is the more I think, as Jamin, you explained it to a T, pretty much. Not necessarily like the game looks bad in the sense like the way it plays, even though I do have some like little weird gripes about like the shooting looks a little like kind of light. You don't really feel like the impact with the gunplay, but I will say the traversal and stuff is cool. But I think, Ryan McCaffrey actually made a tweet and he said it best, right? We haven't seen a game from Rocksteady in like 8-9 years, right? And the last game that they dropped, it was just so unique looking with Batman Arkham Knight. Like, the world, like that's just so much character to it, like everything about it, right? So going from that to something like this seems almost like a downgrade, from everything I'm seeing. Like everything, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I don't know if this game got any artistic changes, but the visually, first of all, doesn't look impressive. I don't use the D word anymore, J Bar. I have trauma, I have PTSD and trauma from that. So right, so I say artistic changes. So it looks like the game got some specific artistic changes, first of all, and I don't know if y'all remember, but Batman Arkham Knight, if you pop that game in today, it looks fantastic.
I just played Arkham Knight like 2 months ago on my PC. That shit looks
so
fucking
good.
Amazing, dog. Like it looked better than some new games today. I'm like, yo, I'm not getting that feeling with Suicide Squad.
You gotta remember,
I'm not getting that
an online open world multiplayer game too. So you know what I mean, like,
right? And that's what's so disappointing is that they have to make those sacrifices to what they were great at because they got to make a game that's around the co-op, around the games as a service and stuff like that. When they were experts at the rich single player storytelling superhero game. That was them. Like that was their bread and butter.
I think I think that's what's it. And
Mm.
I feel like, not to sound like, yo, I feel like these type of games, like, it's like the same shit but just different like setting. You know what I mean? Like, look, Barry, yo, we've been playing games for a very long time, even older than me. So I don't know if you be getting this feeling, but do you ever get a feeling like damn, bro, like all these games kind of like the same, bro, but it's just like
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
you get to a point where like you kind of crave a uniqueness about a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, I want something different or something like plays different, looks
Nah,
different. But it seems like this is kind of following just a lot of trends that you know have come and gone. With
Oh,
with it,
I
you know what
agree.
I'm
I agree
saying?
with you.
Like,
I think it does. You know, the whole third person shooter thing. Like, I feel like it could offer more uniqueness as far as showcasing more of the abilities, like with melee or just special stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't played the game, but that's why to me it looks intriguing because the movement options look
Yeah.
dope.
the
You know what I
movement's
mean? And
probably like,
that's
yeah, the coolest thing about it. I like the
I
traversal
like
in the
that
game.
stuff. I like that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I play a lot of these games as a service, man. So yeah, it does feel the same sometimes with a lot of them. One thing I know for sure when it comes to this game now is that store is going to be on point. There might be things in the game that's missing, okay, but that store is going to be working perfectly
You know
fine.
that store
Okay.
gonna be flooded with content. Every week they
Yo,
gonna have a new content
bro.
update. Oh yeah, we just updated the store with new cosmetics. When they got to that section of the gameplay at the state of play, I was like, come
Bro,
on,
you know
dog.
when
They
I got
showing all these
super turned
colorful
off?
ass I'm familiar with your game. We've seen this before, man.
J-Man, you know when I got super turned off when I seen them go into like the menu system, and then we got that Destiny look with the boxes on the
Yeah, with
side.
the
I'm
battle
like,
pass shit
oh,
at the
like,
top.
after that, I was like, holy,
It's
another
like
one,
confirmation.
bro. It's like
Yeah, man.
another one, yo. And
Oh, the
like I
community
said,
already packing the game up. Y'all giving it
Backing
a
it up.
year?
No, dog.
Damn.
Oh yeah, before it shut down.
yeah. It seems like most people's like reception, at least like on our side of Twitter, is like looking at this and being like, I will say this, J-Man. All the
Yeah.
cutscenes I've seen of this game is fire in the sense of like, I'm actually interested to like, if I play this game, it's gonna be because I'm interested to see what happens. I wonder
And
if
the
it's gonna
story
be
and stuff.
like very story driven. It being a co-op game, because we know how these typical co-op games be. It's really hard to tell like a super deep narrative and be co-op at the same time.
Right.
But I'm very interested in the story. Like, this shit would have made a cool Netflix show, low key. They should just turn this to Netflix animated series for a second, little 5 episodes, and I would have been fired, bro. Like, I'm very interested in this whole Brainiac has fucking took over the Justice League and shit like that. Like, nah, it sounds
I'm
interesting,
digging the
but-
story. I'm not a big Suicide Squad fan, but
Me too.
I'm
That-
willing
on top of
to
that,
go
yeah.
outside the boundaries, but the premise looked cool. It's just the gameplay looks good to me as far as movement. The shooting, we're going to see how that is. You know what I mean, when it comes to gameplay. But yeah, I agree with a lot of you guys when it comes to the whole games as service. As much as I play them, it can get like a little
samey,
bogged
bro.
down at times.
It's like a little
Yeah, but
samey, you know? Like, yo, I don't
I'm
know,
willing
man.
to give it a chance because the movement looks slick. So we'll see.
Because, J-Man had a fire tweet saying, Rockstar could have been developing a fucking Batman Beyond or something, bro.
It
Like,
was perfectly set up the way Arkham Knight ended, and like if they did want to do like a time skip and maybe Batman wasn't dead, but he was just like, in the back winds,
like the show,
and he and like training up the next man, and this fucking Batman be like, oh, that would have been perfect.
Imagine flying around the city like that, holy Gotham, like a dark Gotham, like that would be so hard, bro. But it is what it is, man. They went this direction. I wonder if this is a game that they actually wanted to create it, or they just want to push this games as a service, live service shit, because it makes them a lot.
Well, you gotta think, because you gotta think they've been going for 8 years. So by the time they actually probably locked in on something and figured out what they wanted to do next, it was probably the time when games as a service shit was taking off. Like, this is it. This is the next thing. So we got to get in. But instead of just sticking to what we know them for and elevating it from there, they went this route, and I'm disappointed. I like the traversal and the combat combination stuff looks cool and all, but I just can't help. I've seen this story before. I've seen these games as a service games
be built. Lit.
Is it Metropolis, right? Yeah, it ain't as
It's not as crazy as what we've seen with Batman Arkham, bro.
With Gotham,
yeah.
Not that it's supposed to look like Gotham, but the attention to detail in Gotham versus what we've seen here so far, it's It's
light.
not. It's not looking up to par. It's not looking up to par.
Yeah,
But if it's actually good though,
If it's good, I got to be honest with myself if I end up liking it. And look, they could be the ones that do it right. They could launch a story-rich, packed single player or co-op, however you want to play a game, and also have super great content that comes after the fact. But it's just we've seen so many times where it doesn't go that way, and I just can't feel confident in the studio that hasn't put out nothing in 8 years to give me all of that I'm expecting from them. So I'm just gonna keep my expectations low, and hopefully they surprise me.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like looking at the game, like it seems like you kind of need to play this shit in co-op too, bro. Like the way I'm looking at this game, it seems like it's like the most fun. Like you kind of like I'm trying to imagine playing this by myself, and I'm not really also seeing that. Like how's this gonna go? Like it seems like one of them games you might need to play this shit co-op. Like you actually might.
Yeah. Watching the gameplay, I was
like watching the
too,
gameplay. Like yeah,
if you was able to swap around the characters,
like if you're playing it by yourself, like it might
Mm-hmm.
be it might be one of those type of games that you actually really do have to play the shit co-op to have a really good time with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Hey, I guess it's still on the wait and see. Red flags are raised, and listen, it's one of those games. I know people will be like, "Oh, buy it for yourself and try it for yourself," but I'm definitely gonna be trying to see what the people say about this one in general. I want to hear what everybody's opinions on this before I jump in. We ain't wasting money like that no more. So I know I'm gonna give it. Strat saying in the chat should give Rocksteady the benefit of the doubt. I did love all three of their games, but I guess we
that was 8 years ago, bro. A lot can change in 8 years. So that benefit of the doubt shit. I think I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast one time, and it was like, yo, there's an expiration date on how long you can say you know me if we ain't hung out in a long amount of time. Like that's the same way I feel about this game developers. Like you got to consistently show me as a gamer, as somebody you selling your product to, that you can keep up with the high standards that you set for yourself. If it's been 8 years, I'm sorry, that clock has been reset for me because I don't know what you can do now. I don't know who's there, who's still working there. I think the two head guys left after the production of this game was done. Like they got up out of there. Like why are they even? What they trying to get out of there before this shit hit the fan? Like before we get our hands on it, this shit is ass.
Sounds like majority of people just don't want like a multiplayer focused Rocksteady game. They want like that single player.
I think so.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what it is. Ultimately, like we kind of want you to stick with what you're great at, and it's always like a double-edged sword because like people like me also scream at the same time, like I kind of want to see you do something different. But I think it's a fine line. You got to ride on that. It's a fine line because I feel like this is like you're kind of doing the opposite. Because like honestly, for me at least, I only can speak for myself. When I see the super like Avengers games, Destiny super games as a service, it doesn't really get me hyped today. Maybe if I get some people hyped, but when I see a game kind of designed like this, it's not something that really automatically be like, yo, I'm looking forward to that shit. You know what I mean? It kind of actually turns me off more than anything today when I see games like that shit. So back to the rest of the announcements at the State of Play. We got to see some new characters announced for Street Fighter 6. We got Zangief. We got a new character I believe called Lily, and we got to see who else? Jay Byron?
Cammy.
Zangief.
Cammy, right?
Cammy, yeah.
Yes, Cammy, Zangief, and a new character called Lily.
Lily,
yeah. And Street Fighter. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is looking to be absolutely fantastic. Played the beta, had a great time with it. I love the new mechanics they added. And I can't wait till this game come out. This game's far away, bro. It's in June, or some shit like that, bro.
It'll be here before you know. It'll be here
and
quick.
Roll back to it. People in the community, don't be running. We're gonna pack you up. Don't be running in the community, man.
I'm trash at fighting games, but I always cop Street Fighter. Like that's just some shit that you've been playing since a kid. So it's like,
Yo, low key though, when I was watching that trailer, I was watching for one specific thing with Geef, and that was if they gave him his green hand. But I felt like if they would have gave him that little back green hand joint, he'd have been broken. Cause grapplers in this game, I think is gonna be super strong. In Street Fighter 6. But we're gonna see. Lily look dope. She's like
Lily does look dope. Mm-hmm.
Daughter or like apprentice or something. But she looked pretty cool. She got all the T-Hawk moves, which is going to be cheap. And Cammy, I think this is probably one of the best versions of Cammy. I like her new look, man. She look fire.
They had some jiggle physics in there too. Like Salazar said, that was yammy. Ooh. She's looking alright. They give her that right costume, I might not come out the room.
Hold up, JB. You're a little too horny right now, my guy.
Yo, when they go now, Capcom is knees deep in that VR mode. We need a Street Fighter VR mode.
Yeah. I think they have an arcade game. Yeah, they have an arcade game with that Street Fighter's VR shit.
Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6 about to be very hard, man, because right now that Capcom announced that Capcom Cup is going to have like a $2 million prize pot and first place is $1 million.
Yo, that's
There's a
crazy.
cracked version of Street Fighter 6 out right now that people are playing the actual game from the first 2 betas.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's crazy.
Yo, one night was telling me about that. People are still playing that shit because they got a way to like, yo, you know, those guys are practicing right now, hardcore.
Yeah.
By the time the game launches, up, they're gonna be beasts. Yeah, they're gonna be beasts.
Exactly. Yep.
Damn. Savages.
We also got another look at Resident Evil 4 Remake, which looks absolutely incredible.
Can't wait.
Absolutely incredible.
I was hoping they was gonna stealth drop that demo tonight, dog. I wanted to play that shit bad.
Yeah. And in other news,
there is a demo coming, right? I think
they did announce that.
Yeah.
They did announce it's coming. But
it said in the near future.
In other news, though, Resident Evil 4 Remake is gonna get VR mode as well. It's gonna get VR support,
sure, man.
So that's
fantastic
great news. That's great news for PSVR owners. You guys got another game to look forward to.
Oh, it launched with Village. Full
VR
mode
Village,
Village.
Yeah.
You checking that out, Mario? Or you don't fuck with the horror games?
Low key, I will play Village because I know that game like on my back of my hand.
It's not that scary.
It's just that one. It's that one area, bro. I think I might just like.
Which area? Which area?
That baby area, bro.
I knew it.
Oh, that baby area.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit in VR might be trippy as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit might be trippy as hell. Yeah. You running away from that thing? Yeah, that shit's gonna be that might be trippy as hell. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see. They would have to tune up the game, right, somewhat, right? If it's in VR, right? They have to tune it, right? Because you're looking at Resident Evil 4 Remake, like this shit's way too actiony to be in VR. You can't keep up with some of this shit. They're definitely gonna have to tune the VR experience.
Did they have a Resident Evil 4 VR game?
2
for the PC. I think it was for the PC though.
Yeah.
No,
4.
I think it was
Resident 4.
4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, my bad. The OG version. The OG version.
Yeah.
Remember, 7 in VR too. 7 was in VR too.
Yeah. I still ain't beat that shit. That shit is creepy as fuck.
Yeah. So that was a good look. And is that where my my positivity about the state of play like ends?
Yeah, it was for me. It was a couple VR, Street Fighter,
one more game.
Resident Evil. That was it.
I feel like this game is gonna be cool. It's called Tachia.
Tachia.
How that game is looking.
Yeah.
I think we've seen this before. This is not our first time seeing this too.
They've been showing this game. Yeah, they've been showing this game for a while, actually. So I was expecting a release date. What I wasn't expecting is that it was going to be part of PlayStation Plus. So that was a cool little announcement.
That was a cool announcement.
Ooh,
and
that PlayStation Plus is a little shot though.
What happened?
What happened?
They got Minecraft and Ghostwire Tokyo coming next month.
The Xbox game? Holy.
And that Battlefield 2042 they put in that shit.
Honestly, their catalog is actually
perfect timing.
Lately, yo.
It has. Like, really good. It's a lot of games that I missed out on, like the last year or two, that they added on here. Like Ghostwire Tokyo. It wasn't something that I wanted to buy, but I definitely want to check it out. So I'm gonna play that there.
I want to play that game, but just on a sale. I ain't gonna hold you. I want to pay that for $20, bro. I think
that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't that bad.
Plus is perfect.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad game. It gets a little like a redundant towards the end because you're doing the same thing over and over. But it was pretty cool.
God, bro.
The DualSense was pretty cool in it. It looked great. It was a $60, $70 game. I don't know, but it was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yo, why my mic always look so blurry like that on through OBS?
Okay.
I gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Your camera?
Yeah, I mean camera. My bad.
What webcam you got?
No, on the stream it looked a little blurry. It did that for Whoops earlier today too. When Persona was doing it on OBS.
What webcam are you using right now?
The Elgato joint, the 1080p joint.
Oh, that's a good joint too. That's what I'm using.
That is.
Yes, I don't know why.
You probably have to fix it up. It's all that
Probably
PC
settings or
slander. It's
something,
all
right?
that PC slander you've been doing, so it's fucking up your shit. That's what you get.
When the last time you updated a driver? Right.
You
Yo,
know what I'm
maybe.
saying?
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? I think I have some super chats that I need
Like
to
on
read
the
real
Discord,
quick.
it don't look blurry or nothing, but when I look
Let
at
me
the
see if
stream,
I
it
can
look blurry.
find that.
Yeah, on our end it looks blurry, but to you it probably doesn't.
So J-Man, yo, this state of play, yo, should PlayStation have kept this shit, bro, in the tuck?
Yeah, they could have emailed this one out.
Low-key,
It
I
could have
was
been, it could
saying
have been
that.
an email.
This could have been a blog. This could have been a blog post, bro. I'm keeping it 1,000, bro. This could have been a blog.
It's still
post, bro.
to me. It just feels like they got shit that they want to show. They just not showing it. I
Can
don't
we talk
know
about
why.
that? Can we talk about that for a second? Because
Yeah,
listen, I think you think I'm against them showing a showcase. No, I want a showcase, but I'm just on the side of thinking that I don't think they got anything ready for a showcase. That's
they
how I
better
feel.
have some shit ready.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that, Kofi. I ain't trying to hear
You
that
think
at all.
they-
We all
Alright,
know.
So Jay Bar, you're the PlayStation resident, right? The super hardcore fan. So like, what do you know for a fact that they got ready and they just sitting on besides Spider-Man 2, probably? What did they-
That's the thing. I don't know what they got ready. They need to tell us. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. No, but I
They-
think
they-
we could use some pretty we could do some educated guesses based on like what
Yeah, like
games came out
I know
recently.
certain studios are working on things, but I don't like that assuming game, bro. Like, yo, not to be fanboys, but I leave that to the Xbox dudes, man. I want them to be upfront and transparent. Give me a goddamn showcase when it comes to first party, bro. You didn't have a whole showcase for first party. You had you setting up third party and second party deals. You got some stuff that you're publishing,
Yo,
which is kind of considered third.
It
first
ain't
party.
ready, bro. It sounds like it ain't ready. That's what it
Yeah,
sounds to me.
Fact, they
I
can
ain't- I
show
ain't trying- I
factions
ain't trying
too.
to hear that.
We need
ain't
to
trying
see
to
some of
hear
that.
See, I think Spider-Man and factions, I think those are big possibilities to get shown. But we know Polyphony Digital, they're not doing anything. They just dropped GT 7. We know Ben literally just came out sometime late last year, just said, oh, by the way, guys, we're working on a new IP. What are they going to possibly show? Nothing. Right?
Yeah,
They're
they
not
ain't got
showing
nothing for us.
Ben ain't got nothing. All right, so I guess we could look at studios like Sucker Punch and say, Ghost, how long has it been? Since
Almost
Ghost?
3 years.
Almost 3 years. So okay, maybe something might be cooking up over there in terms of Ghost of Tsushima 2. I think that's pretty much a given that they're working on that, right? I think
Yeah,
that's a
for
given.
sure.
The first game was a huge success. I think it sold over 10 million. I could be wrong, but I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen that somewhere. It sold like 10 million. What else PlayStation Studios do they got?
Oh yeah, Blue
that-
Point. I
They
think
got
Blue
Blue Point. Last game
I
they
think it's a-
did was
I think it's about
2020.
time. I think it's about time that Blue Point could show something.
London studio. Matter of fact, London Studios, Haven. You had the game that you
Hey,
announced.
no, Haven,
with,
Haven. Then
Deviation
they just
Games.
wait. Hold on, Barry. Let's slow down. Haven. Then they just acquired them. Like, when did they acquire them boys?
Yeah, but
Haven
before
was
they
founded in
acquired them,
2021. though.
they announced that they're making a game before they acquired them. I mean, I'm trying to see what you doing. I'm
Yeah.
sick and tired of reading text
So,
about you.
okay, so,
show
okay.
me a concept art, please.
Oh shit! So you want some? So you just
Hell
want some
no, we
titles.
don't want no concept.
Y'all want
no, we don't
concept
want no
arts?
concept.
Yo, that's what y'all want?
Hell no.
Nah,
Hell
bro.
no.
I
Hell
feel
no.
like, to be honest, if they're coming with CGI footage, keep it, bro. That's how I'm feeling, bro. Keep it. Or
But
if they're coming with CGI,
Nah.
I say keep it. I say keep it, bro. I say keep it.
I'm a firm believer. Like the first time you showcase a game, I would take a CGI trailer. I disagree with J-Man and you when you always guys say that. I say, yo, first time CGI,
No.
I'm cool.
No,
Second
I just-
time,
I-
give
I-
me some
I-
gameplay.
no, I'm okay with
disagree.
CGI being the first time. I'm okay with CGI being the
Yo,
first
you
time.
never really get unless it's an IP that you're familiar with, like we're seeing a Wolverine or a Spider-Man. If it's a new part, you really never get nothing out of just a CGI trailer. Think about it though. When you see a CGI trailer for a new game that's coming out like 3-4 years down the line, like you just never get no form of idea of what it really is. So I always felt like CGI trailers are super pointless unless it's established IP that you can get instantly hyped off via like a Spider-Man when they did that Spider-Man, or like a Wolverine, a popular IP. But typically when you see a new IP in CGI, like you literally get
it does
nothing.
nothing.
It literally does nothing. So I feel like if you're gonna show a game, you have to at least come with some sort of vertical slice. You see how they did Rise of Ronin? I thought that shit was super dope. The way they showcased Rise of Ronin. The frame rate looked a little spooky, but at least we got like a look of how the game's actually gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's like the best way to showcase a game. And if they're honestly if PlayStation gonna make a showcase and just come off a whole bunch of CGI trailers, then they could keep it. Like they have to have some gameplay to show.
And
I feel like that.
I think because a lot of these new studios that they brought on were making like live service games, so these ain't games that's going to be in like a similar dev cycle as their like single player big budget titles. So yeah, like a Haven game was in development since 2021 or before. Like they might have a little something to show us if it's a multiplayer game.
Jamie, I'm thinking, I already lost money to you, but I'm thinking I'm willing to do a little bet. Here we go. I'm thinking I might risk it. I think we won't see a PlayStation quote unquote showcase for all of 2023. Will you take that?
Oh, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. You taking that? Oh, absolutely. Let's get it.
What you said?
You saying all of 2023?
There won't be no showcase, but there'll be only state of play.
You crazy. They got to do a showcase this year. They have to.
You think so?
Even if it's later in the year, they
Yo,
have
chat,
to.
should I take the bet? Should I take the bet? A little $20 bet?
They gotta show because the future of PlayStation First Party, we don't know. We don't know shit. We don't know nothing other than Spider-Man and factions. Like that's all we know about.
Why do I feel like they're just gonna have state of plays all year this year? I don't think they're gonna do a showcase this year, bro. I think it's gonna be straight state of plays, bro.
I'm ready to take that bet whenever you are.
They gotta do a showcase.
I'm ready to take that bet whenever you are.
Someone said don't take that bet.
They can't go 2 years not having like a proper showcase, right? Nah.
They about to show that new Uncharted game too.
I refuse, bro.
All right, the chat. Some man's in the chat say don't do it. So you know what?
Team Asobi probably got something cooking up too.
I'm a fall back.
A new Astrobot or something like that. Damn.
Jeff Grubb already. Jeff Grubb said that.
Yeah, somebody said.
Jeff Grubb said it's a showcase. All right, hold on. I didn't know about all of that.
If you would have taken the bet, I would have told you. But yeah, Jeff Grubb said we're getting one like around E3 time.
Like June or E3 time.
Yeah. And somebody asked him today too if they should be excited for the showcase. He said yes. So it might be something.
Okay.
Something good. Because he talked about this showcase coming up, the state of play. He said there's going to be a small state of play within the next few weeks or month. And then towards close to E3 is going to get a big PlayStation showcase. So he won for two. Was it? He's 1 for 1 so far. No, he could be on something.
So far. All right, so just to wrap up, the state of play was mid. PlayStation could have kept it, to be honest. Hey, there was a 1-2 cool.
What's your score? Y'all ain't give a score.
I give it a 3.
I give it a 4. I give it a 4.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm not even mad. I totally understand, bro. I'm like, yeah, I can see.
It was a weaker. Yeah, even as a PlayStation super fan like yourself, like you could see this out of the showcase. This is a little weaker out of the ones that they done. This was a little weak. Bro, we didn't even get a PC announcement, bruh.
Oh no, we spoke to PlayStation about it. They're not gonna have to.
We didn't even get a PC. We didn't get no Ghost PC. What?
I think the Battlefield announcement got me the most excited. Like when the PlayStation Plus drop get me most excited for the showcase. I mean, for the state of play, then it's a problem. I need to hop on that Battlefield too, by the way. Fuck with your boy.
Yes, sir. All right, for the last topic before we get out of here, I want to just talk about the Microsoft EU meeting and that happened. And wow, J-Main, Call of Duty. I don't wanna hear nobody ever slander Call of Duty in terms of like it's dead, it's dying. You see how hard these guys are fighting for this one fucking franchise. You know how much money this shit must bring in, like for these guys? That's why they're going so hard about it. It must bring in a stupid amount of money, bro.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Every single year, bro.
I think Activision Blizzard makes like a couple billion a year, but you know that, or I think it might just be Activision that makes a couple billion. You know, most of that shit is Call of Duty.
Probably Call of Duty. So pretty much what happened is, from my understanding, you know, Sony representatives from there. I don't know if Jim Ryan himself, maybe I think they said, I read somewhere say Jim Ryan himself. You know, Phil Spencer, all them people at Activision got with the EU to pretty much sit down and see if they can discuss this acquisition. And, you know, Microsoft is trying to close the deal, but there's pushback from certain companies. There was some pushback from NVIDIA, there's pushback from Google, and there's obviously pushback from Sony, right? So Microsoft came out and announced that NVIDIA, we're going to be bringing all our PC games to GeForce Now. That includes Activision games and their Xbox, just Game Studios games, so every single one to GeForce Now for 10 years. Now Nvidia says, okay, we're cool with the deal. They pretty much signed off after that.
Yeah, they got what they wanted.
They got what they wanted, so now they're cool, right? Nintendo pretty much Microsoft and Nintendo penned a deal as well that for future Call of Duties
Yeah,
will be on Nintendo platforms going forward. If this deal
that's
closes.
crazy because I don't think Nintendo was opposed to it. They was like, oh, y'all giving out games? Fuck it, we'll take it.
Yeah, right. I don't think we heard Nintendo complain about it, but I think
Yeah.
that since Microsoft is trying to play a game, right? They're trying to say, yo, we're getting Call of Duty to even more people. So
To more
they're
people, yep.
They're trying to push Nintendo into this, like, bring them into the conversation. Like, look, Call of Duty hasn't been on Nintendo platforms for this long. So if you guys give us Activision, we're gonna commit to developing Call of Duty on Nintendo platform. So they clearly were using that as a way to seal the deal. So pretty much PlayStation is still not biting. They refuse to sign the 10-year deal. And I understand 100% why they wouldn't want to do it. I 100% understand why. Because Call of Duty makes so much money for PlayStation. And they just know that one of their best-selling games on their platform, that if it's in the hands of their competitor, they're scared what could possibly go on in the future. I know Microsoft is preaching that kumbaya shit now, but hey, man, after contracts expires and it's time to renegotiate deals, someone might put a little more meat on the table this time around, right? And you never know. A decade is a long time. A lot of leadership could change. A lot of things, moving parts can happen at a company, right? And, yesterday's price might not be today's price, right? So
Thanks.
I think PlayStation wants to stomp on this because it could be harmful to them in the future. And honestly, I've said it this time and time. PlayStation doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. Like,
Right.
as someone who's competing in the platform, yeah, you're supposed to try and step on this deal. Fuck it, I don't want you to get a one up on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously, Microsoft owning Activision Blizzard King is definitely going to strengthen their position in the consoles. I mean, just in the gaming space. Let me not even say the console space, because who knows what's gonna really happen. But it's gonna definitely strengthen their position.
Nah,
in
the
gaming
way
space.
Microsoft was putting their numbers out there and how much dominance PlayStation has on the market, they need the Activision.
They need it. I think they need it more. And
Yo,
and
they
what's funny?
it looked bad over there when they was
Yeah,
putting out them
yeah.
numbers. How bad PlayStation is
And
stomping. I'm like, damn.
what's hilarious is that Microsoft is kind of running with this whole. Well, they were running with this, like, oh, we don't really care about Call of Duty, or like not like that. They didn't make Call of Duty like the centerpiece of this. We're kind of acquiring
Right.
these guys to advance our cloud mobile shit, right?
And the King.
So
yeah.
So they pretty much, I think there was an interview of one of the CEOs or whatever at Microsoft. I forgot the dude's name, Brad something. I think it's Brad something. Someone will correct me, right? If I'm wrong. Right? Brad
Yeah, I know you're
Sams or
talking
some
about.
shit like that.
He's
But
the
you know what I'm
president.
talking about.
President.
The president,
He's the president.
right?
Yep.
So
Like Brad Sams or something.
something like that. Yeah. So they asked him
Brad
that,
something.
like, okay, they did an interview with the dude, and he's like, okay, why don't you guys? The EU proposed you guys, like, maybe sell off the Call of Duty business or make it independent, or and he pretty much rejected that whole notion. He says he wouldn't want to do that, and I'm pretty sure this deal costs $69 million mostly because of Call of Duty is a big factor. That I know King and Candy Crush makes a lot of money, but it seems like Microsoft doesn't want to let go. I really feel like this whole deal is about Call of Duty, like everything. They ain't gonna say it, but everything about this deal is about Call of Duty. That's why PlayStation's fighting for so hard. That's why Microsoft doesn't want to sell off that part of the company and let that run independently, or sell it to a publisher. I think all of this is about Call of Duty and because they know the strength of the franchise. They know the strength of the franchise. So what's y'all
Call of Duty?
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty is a game that even if it's bad, it's still gonna make money.
It makes
Facts.
money no matter what.
But I have a lot of discrepancies with what this Brad Smith dude and Microsoft are saying. And I'm gonna talk to the Nintendo fans real quick before I get on the PlayStation joint. Don't be agreeing with what he's saying over there in that tweet or that statement. It's not good for Nintendo. One thing Kofi brought up earlier today, Nintendo likes to have their gimmicks. They like to have their features, but they are going for content and feature parity. That means Call of Duty is pretty much known to push a console feature set and implement it in their single player games or in a game like with a DualSense. We see that now. It's a very different experience on the PlayStation 5 than on Xbox. That's the truth of the matter. But now, if you're going for all this parity across the board with these platforms, you're not going to take advantage of things like that. So maybe the next Nintendo's console that do have certain unique things that they're doing within their games that a big AAA game like Call of Duty can take advantage of with and would do it. You're probably not going to get that because you want all this. You want the same experience throughout all of the platforms the game is on. So I look at that with a side eye. When I saw that, I was like, content and feature parity. I get the content, but features. It's a big game that could push a platform. You know what I mean? Having unique features tied to it. On the PlayStation side of things, I just think PlayStation just don't want to deal with Microsoft when it comes to a big game like that. They already having talks with them when they have their Minecraft and all those other games. I don't think with a game like Call of Duty that's most profitable on PlayStation, they want to communicate with them as far as those big executive deals and situations. You know what I mean? So Microsoft, I just feel like these acquisitions that they're doing, they're just trying to put a footprint into the industry where they always are going to be relevant. You know what I mean? They can get outside of gaming now. They can get out of game. But if they have Bethesda, Activision, they're always going to be a part of gaming because they're in the talks of every platform. Every platform is going to have a Bethesda game, Activision game. You know what I mean? But I just look at it with the history. Like, does Microsoft really improve these developers or these publishers? You know what I mean? I can't really speak on Bethesda because I don't play their games as much outside of a few, but something I know is Activision. And Call of Duty, in my opinion, has been on a downward incline, or not incline, pretty much spiral. And will Microsoft improve upon that? You know what I mean? Would you take Call of Duty from what it is now and elevate it? I don't see them doing it, bro. I just see them must want to be in gaming, do what you do, make money, and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it goes. My stand. Stop the deal.
Stop that. Honestly, at this point, the way Microsoft is giving up so much ass, I think the deal is gonna go through because it seems like they just giving it up. They're just giving it up. They're giving up. They're making these long ass deals, decade-long deals with these companies. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to a point if they're gonna fight tooth and nail for this. I think Sony's gonna eventually give in, but they're probably gonna fall somewhere where they got a pretty sweet deal and they're gonna have Call of Duty for their foreseeable future.
You know what is BS2, Kofi? My bad.
What's up?
The fact that this dude had his presentation, he was like, he was implying that PlayStation is stopping Call of Duty from reaching 150 million people, like with Nintendo and Nvidia platforms. And it's like, no, PlayStation doesn't stop that. If Nintendo wanted Call of Duty on their platform now, they could work out something with Activision. They don't need you, Microsoft, to do that. You know what I mean? Like, what's stopping Nintendo? It's not because PlayStation is stopping this acquisition why Call of Duty is not on.
That's a good point. Because if the deal falls through and it doesn't happen, I mean, if the deal doesn't happen, then and Activision goes back to owning it, yeah, they could make those deals. It's the same deals that Microsoft was proposing to make with everybody else. So, yeah. Like, I do see it happening though. I do see the deal going through.
Deal's gonna close. As for the short-term effects of it, okay, I think this is gonna just add value to the platform that they're trying to push, which is Game Pass.
Yeah.
But as for the long-term effect, I guess is yet to be seen. The thing is, I think PlayStation understands the power of Call of Duty ever since they got it, and they've been with this deal. I think they really
even when they didn't have it, they understood.
Yeah,
looking at that,
getting the betas first and getting the promotion first. Because if you really take it in, when things really started to like super elevate for PlayStation is when they actually, they got that deal with Activision, because a lot of casual players beyond that Call of Duty is like one of the most played games, So it's gonna be interesting. I think PlayStation is wary in the future that Microsoft is gonna be able to control and we're talking about this parity now, but who knows in a decade from now if Call of Duty is still relevant, which that's just like if you really take it in, it's just one console generation away, right? If Call of Duty is still very relevant and just as popular, then Microsoft is in full position to make Call of Duty appear best on their platform, which could harm their business. I think that's like a factor in what they fear. Plus, they got the Game Pass. Plus, they can control maybe the splits and stuff like that when it comes to putting it on your platform. Maybe they can I think it's just a lot of control that Microsoft is going to gain if they acquire Activision that PlayStation is just not comfortable with for something.
They're looking at Bethesda too.
Yeah.
But Bethesda, they were saying the same things about bringing more of these games to more gamers, but that's the opposite what they're doing.
They're bringing it to more gamers, just not PlayStation gamers. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna put it on PC, they're gonna put it on mobile, but they're just not bringing it to PlayStation gamers.
But yeah, that's contradicting what they're saying. They want to reach out to more gamers, but you're taking away from a platform.
But we gotta know when we're hearing like the PR talk versus the real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like in the end of the day, Microsoft could sing all this kumbaya shit, but at the end of the day, they're main competitors PlayStation, and they want to be able to have their footprint, their hold on the industry as much as PlayStation. So, of course, I think they're saying all the right things on purpose. But you could do a complete 180 after this shit changes and your deals and your contract is done. You literally could do a 180, and what's to stop you? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I think that's what PlayStation fears the most, because after that 180 shit, they do that, then if they're not in a position to compete, I don't know. But I think in the end of the day, this is a business. I don't think Microsoft will actually take Call of Duty off the PlayStation platform ever, but I think they will leverage it and try to make it look best and appear best on their platform. I definitely could see them doing that type of shit in the future. But yeah, we'll see if this deal closes, man.
Hopefully soon, because I'm tired of hearing about this shit.
Right, me too.
I'm tired of it too, man.
And I feel like it makes honestly, I want to see Microsoft have it just for the things. I feel like it just makes the gaming shit a little bit more interesting to me, because it seems I want to see the little space a little bit more interesting. Bar, you don't think this will make put a little chip on PlayStation's shoulder to create more 100%. Bigger, better games?
The thing is too, I think like a acquisition like this, any other acquisitions that come after it, you can't question it now, because this is the biggest one in gaming. Why you didn't stop this? So why would you want to stop, PlayStation or anyone from Square Enix or anything else?
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Everything will go through if this one go through at this point, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's open season.
Yeah, anything will go through.
Maybe that could be why PlayStation trying to stop it too, because Microsoft gonna buy up everything. PlayStation can't.
If they could buy,
that's what I'm saying. Right after this, who's going to stop Microsoft? If they allow this, who's going to stop them from the next publisher acquisition? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jay says PlayStation would be fine, and I 100% agree. I think they'll be fine. I think this will actually force more creativity out of them. You know what I mean? If you want to stay the top dog like y'all been, then y'all gonna have to start creating fire content, which y'all been doing. So continue it, then y'all gonna always have a huge audience. But I guess that's all. If no one has anything else to say on this on the subject, we could wrap up. Today was an extended episode, like we promised. We missed 2 weeks. Next week ain't gonna be this long. We're going back to an hour and a half, bro. We telling you all that straight up. Hour and a half maximum. But hopefully this is to make up for the 2 weeks we missed.
Schedule over here.
Yeah. This is to make up for the 2 weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Shout out to Blaze, who passed through, but he had to leave for work. Shout out to Alex, who came through, said what up to the people, talk all this PC talk, made J Bar's ears bleed and shit like that. Shout out to him. And Barrio, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Coming to talk to us as always, man. It's always a pleasure, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate the invite, man. I'm gonna definitely try and work on this, blurry ass mic that's going on. I don't know why it's looking blurry like that, but camera. I keep saying mic, but nah, man. It was a great conversation as always, talking to you guys, man. You guys are good people. Good gaming, and yeah, man. It's always a good conversation, because even though we have our disagreements and all that stuff, it's never disrespectful. It's always in the vein of gaming, and I like stuff like that. I like having back and forth where it's not everybody's just yes and okay. I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah. Before I get out of here, J-Man, we have 2 super chats I have to read. I apologize for the wait. I just hate breaking sometimes the conversation to read it, but I do appreciate anything that you guys do send over. This one's from Blade X. He says, "Damn, the whole slate cappers didn't support the game," and he's referring to Returnal. He's referring to Returnal.
I forgot about the whole
once
slate
again,
cappers.
Blade X, Returnal will mark it down. Returnal will have legs on PC. We'll have greater legs on PC than PlayStation. Mark it down, bro. We're gonna blink. PlayStation's gonna make a chart. It's gonna be like return on investment. Crazy number on return on. Mark it down, bro. Mark it down.
He said I'm using a PlayStation camera. I gotta hold that on the chin.
This one's from Captain Sidekick. I appreciate the $2 super chat donation. He says, I got a Fnatic DD Pro. It works on PC and PS5. So that's is he talking about
Is that a wheel?
Yeah, that might be a stereo. I'm about to Google it right now.
Well, people were suggesting the Logitech one for me. Shots at Thick. He sent
Jesus,
me
it's a $1,200. Yo, I want something crazy, dude. I want something
$1,200.
Bro, I want something with a gear shifter though. Like, I want something with a gear shifter and everything though. Oh, this shit look fire, bro. Oh, got the GT logo and everything on it. This shit look heat.
Oh,
What's the
Fnatic
name
Gran
of it?
Turismo DD Pro joint.
Fnatic, FANATEC.
Oh, they say currently unavailable.
Fnatic.
Damn, this shit sold out.
That's sick. That's sick. I want something with a gear shifter as well. So I'm about to like do some research on the setup. First, I'm gonna buy my seat, then I'm gonna start.
Oh, so the cockpit thing is like a separate thing that you just put the steering wheel in, or you could buy that shit.
Yeah, I have to buy the seat
like a
separate and
holder.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, like I said, I'm looking for one like that, but if it I want it fold up because I like my shit compact. I can pack it away and then pull it out. But
Right.
if I can find one that can fold up nicely and you know what I mean, you can just put it away, I'll definitely get me one of those little cockpit things
Yeah.
too.
Now that shit's immersive. Like I wish I actually had more like of my boys that were into racing games. So I would actually love to play that shit more. Like niggas get in a lobby and do some races. That shit is lit, bro. That should be fun as hell. I don't know. I know J Main.
I'm
J-Main.
Trying to get good.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you're not really too into the sim racers and stuff like that, but that should be
Nah.
fun, bro.
I'll check that shit out in VR though. Definitely.
Yeah,
I wanna play that.
Didn't I send you a little copy of GT?
Oh,
GT. You
GT
can play that.
yeah.
Bro, you're good, bro. You can
Yeah.
play the VR with that shit. You straight.
I'm definitely checking that out.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
wait.
bro.
That shit gonna be fire.
Yeah, man. All right, guys.
I'm
Yo, we're
trying
gonna
to
get out
good
of
in
here,
that
bro.
joint, man.
It's been a long pause. We're gonna get out of here. Shout out to everyone who came through. Appreciate it. J Main, you already know what it is. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir.
Any last words?
No, man, just appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all check us out on our channels. Barry, of course, too, as well. So yeah, see y'all neall next week.
All right,
y'all
we
stay
outta
safe.
here, man. Peace. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.